If you want the W, you're going to have to earn it.
Isolate yourself in. You will find there's no rhyme or reason.
A late season Friday the 13th matchup might give a fright to Walkersville. They face an opponent scarier than Jason Voorhees in the 6-0 and top-ranked 3A team in the state, the Oakdale Bears. But Walkersville's coming in hot after defeating Brunswick 55-16 last week. Let's see what the Lions can do today. Great to have you with us from Walkersville High School in Frederick County with Coach Rick Lee. I'm Ryan Pierce. We have a fun one in store tonight, Coach. Walkersville pushing towards a better spot in the postseason. They have a chance to play spoiler against a really good team tonight, seeking a perfect season in Oakdale.
Yeah, and I think if you talk to Walkersville, they don't consider this being a spoiler. They think they're evenly matched, and if you play a solid football game, they'll send home with a loss.
Walkersville has the size advantage up front. That's where they've been so good this season. The run game has been absolutely incredible. We saw that last week against Brunswick.
Yep.
That's what you have to do against a team like Oakdale that is loaded with firepower, control the run game.
Yeah, and Coach Polis talked about the keys to the game for his Lions is ball control, maintain possession, and don't turn the football over. Their two biggest opponents so far, the toughest, Frederick and Linganore, that they lost to turnover battle that night also. So if they can keep their hands on the football tonight and really contain the ever-dangerous Evan Austin, who will be playing quarterback for the Bears, and wide receiver Hunter Thompson on the offensive side, they think they can hold the Bears scoring down, and then when Joe Polis' team has the football, they have to worry about the Michigan recruit, Dom Nichols, and every blocking scheme they have, they said, we have to put somebody on him.
And that was the message from Coach when we talked to him this week. They have a three-headed monster in Oakdale and Evan Austin. You mentioned Hunter Thompson as well, the receiver, who's going to play at Ohio University next year. And then the Michigan recruit. You mentioned Dom Nichols. He is impressive defensively. Three superstars, three D1 players you have to match up against today.
Yeah, and, when I watched some tape with Oakdale versus their opponents, it looked like a lot of teams were just running away from Dom Nichols, which is probably a good decision, but he still leads the team in tackles. He has 7 sacks, 16 tackles for loss. So, running away from him is not always good enough. You still kind of got to chip him or something, slow him down, keep him out of the backfield. Yeah, and so then that's when you have the ball. So then if you're the defensive coordinator, Tyler Thompson, for Walkersville, how do you contain the quarterback, athlete, in Evan Austin, and the wide receiver, Hunter Thompson, who also doubles as a returner and has returned a kickoff for a touchdown this season? Dangerous weapons.
A really dynamic offense. Every time they scored last week against Thomas Jefferson, it took less than 90 seconds. They get up the field very quickly. You mentioned running for Walkersville. They got 3 dynamic running backs. That is a luxury. DeMarcus Ross, Jordan Bennett, Mason Clark, all averaging either at or just below 70 yards per touch. This is a team that can dominate the run game.
Yeah, and big, strong offensive line getting better each week. And one thing, they actually changed some of their play sets last week against Brunswick and went to more of a wing tee look, which got their 2 top running backs in great position to run the football into Marcus Ross and Jordan Bennett in the backfield at the same time. Under the I formation or the shotgun offense that they were doing, one of those runners were in there one at a time. So this way, you really have to scout and stay home if you're the linebackers for Oakdale when you have those 2 runners in the backfield at the same time.
A little series history. After beating Oakdale 3 times in a row, Walkersville lost last year 28-10 at Oakdale. This year they're facing basically the same team that went all the way to the 3A state championship last season and finished the year 11-3. Like we've talked about, the Bears are 6-0. Do you think potentially they faced a very comparable roster last year, did Walkersville and Oakdale? Does that favor the Lions a little bit? They know who they're going up against in terms of the personnel.
Well, I think the coaches, it does favor a lot. Game plan, you know how to game plan against them. It's basically the same offense, the same sets, the same plays. Defensively, Coach Stein hasn't changed much over the years there either. So, yeah, that's a little bonus. And one thing to really keep an eye on here early on is the matchups tackle to tackle, the offensive line, defensive line. Because that's where Oakdale really did lose some key players from last year's team. And size-wise, Walkersville can put some imposing people out there on that offensive and defensive line. Led on the defensive side, Kenyon Johnson, 6.5 sacks, 13 tackles for loss, 32 tackles on the season as a defensive tackle. So he's in the middle of every play that is run, and Oakdale needs to account for him.
He's a captain on defense. He's been really, really good this season. Now, Coach, putting on your coaching hat again, facing Hunter Thompson, an incredible player for Oakdale, 6'3", going to play for Ohio U next year. 5 receptions, 166 yards, and 2 touchdowns last week.
Yeah.
What do you do to game plan against him?
Well, put your best corner on him and your biggest, most physical corner, and that might be Jaden Sassu. And then also walk off maybe a linebacker, because a lot of times what Oakdale will do with Hunter is they will isolate him on the lone side as a split end and put 3 receivers to the other side, so forces you to roll your defensive backs towards that triple set. But if you roll a defensive end out or something and chip him a little bit, take away that slant, make Evan throw deep if he has the time, and that's a combination of, okay, we're going to make you throw deep, we're not going to give you time to throw deep. What Oakdale has done so well early in the season with Hunter is hit him on some quick 1-2 step and fire without much of a pass rush. So Walkersville, hands up, stay in your lanes, try to contain the quarterback from scrambling also. So there's just so many variables. This defense for Walkersville has its work cut out, because as soon as one of those weapons are taken away, it seems to open up weapons.
Sure.
The other weapons.
Coach, we're looking at the field right now. We've got the band on the field getting ready for the national anthem. And in fact, I think they're going to play it right now. So we'll go ahead and step away. Plenty more keys to the game and the kickoff coming up. Can't wait to have that on Cool Oldies 1450. Back here from Walkersville High School on Cool Oldies 1450. Great to have you with us. I'm Ryan Beers. Coach Wrigley is alongside me. Coach, we're looking at the field right now. The band's coming off the field for Walkersville. The crowd's getting into it. They have those gorgeous dark blue uniforms on up against a tough Oakdale team tonight. You can't measure the 12th man. It's something that always plays a factor. At this point of the year, especially so.
And Walkersville typically shows pretty well. Tonight, great student section, all in their hunting bear costumes. So this is going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Crowd's really into it. You got a really good team at Oakdale, a stacked team in Walkersville. We haven't talked about their quarterback, Gavin Hughes, yet for Walkersville. Of course, he had a bit of a journey through his high school career, going to different programs, and he comes in. He has not played this version of Oakdale yet. Wasn't with the team last season.
Correct.
Brad Dawson also played a little bit last week, too, against Brunswick. Maybe we see both of them tonight.
Yes. It looked like Coach Polis last week was rotating his quarterbacks, gave each of them alternate series, so we'll see what his plans are for tonight. Right now, watching both quarterbacks warm up with each other on the sidelines, so I imagine Coach Polis has the same game plan. And one thing Coach also did was they moved out of their shotgun formation and put the quarterbacks under center, we talked about, and got the two running backs in. We'll see how much they try that tonight also as an alternative to give Coach Stein and his Oakdale Bows a different look, a different game plan situation.
We've talked about the quarterbacks. We've discussed the defenses. We've brought up some top offensive players. Hunter Thompson for Oakdale, the running back trio for Walkersville. How about Tristano Menconi? He's going to be huge tonight for Walkersville. There will be times they're going to have to go to the air, and that is their top target, number 11.
Right, and somehow that young man, his hands get on that football, even when it looks like it's a bad pass. He has great reactions, great athlete. And one thing also Coach Polis has back in the mix is Darius Eubank. Back from injury, he missed almost the entire season. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 games now that he's played, but he has 5 receptions for 100 yards.
I think
and
2 touchdowns. Exactly.
So he's a big play guy, you know, just like Evan Alston can be. So again, a lot of athletes on the field. I'm not sure of any that Coach Polis has signed as a D1 recruit or not, but they're solid athletes, and he has them all across the line of scrimmage.
Both teams a lot of momentum. Walkersville coming off a big win. Oakdale is 6-0. As we're off and running, Oakdale takes it first in their road white uniforms, working right to left. It was a squib kick. It bounced to the 25-yard line of Oakdale, and that's where they start from the near side. Hashmark.
Great to have you with us tonight. We're talking to the better teams in the area.
Oakdale against Walkersville, and we're excited to see this top-tier offense in Oakdale. 8 touchdowns last week. They scored each one in under 90 seconds. They scored quickly.
And Evan was not playing quarterback, Evan Alston. So he's back after just taking a week off. They said a little bit of an ankle issue.
He comes out with that ankle tank to the near side. Hashmark, the lefty quarterback, takes and turns to the running back, who is met at the line of scrimmage. Positive penetration from Walkersville on the first play.
Yeah, right up the middle. Well played. Number 56 for Walkersville, Logan Boston, defensive tackle. Wrapped up Cole Swinimer. Loss of 2 on the play.
Swinimer's a good running back, 68 touches, just under 400 yards. His strength is in the passing game. And the lefty quarterback, Evan Austin, who comes out in the gun this time with his top target, Thompson, in motion from left to right. The snap, the handoff to Swinimer again. This time, he bounces off the tackle into the secondary, past the 30, 35, near the 40. That's enough for a first down, pickup of 15, and it moves the chains.
Great run off the right side, good blocking. Got clean in the second level. As you said, a nice gain for the Bears.
Thought we might see the Bears go to the air on that play, but they want to establish the run early, it appears, as they are now 1st and 10 from their own 37. Far hash mark. Austin, the quarterback, the snap. Now he throws, heaves it down the left side, up in the air, over the top of everybody. The closest player was wearing a blue jersey.
Yeah, and
I believe that was Sasu.
Yeah, it is indeed Sasu. It looks like he's got the matchup of Thompson, and then the free safety rolling over top was Menconi. So well played by the secondary of the Lions. Ball falls incomplete.
10:52 left, just underway in the first quarter. Walkersville 3-3, Oakdale an undefeated 6-0. Walkersville coming off a big game. They're fully healthy. They look good. Oakdale's been strong the entire season, and they look at a 2nd and 10 from their own 37. The quarterback, Austin, he's going to play at UNC Charlotte next season with Thompson in motion left to right. Pitches out to the left side. It's a running back, Swinimer, breaking towards the sideline and upended at the line of scrimmage. Hit by number 1 for Walkersville.
Darius Eubank up from his strong safety position. And Cole's tapping himself out. Hope everything's okay as he steps out of the Oakdale Bear lineup.
We talked about Eubank as a receiver, an offensive weapon with his 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. He can play defense.
Yep, he's going to play both ways, strong safety and wide receiver for the Lions tonight.
It's a loss of 1, 3rd and 11 at the 36 near hash mark. Austin under pressure, rolls to his right. The lefty's going to keep it himself. Jumps out to the outside of the 45-50 and he sidesteps out of bounds into Walkersville territory. It's a pickup of 14 and enough for a first down.
Yeah, boy. It looked like Walkersville hiding contain, made a move in open space. He's really hard to bring down.
We mentioned he's going to play at UNC Charlotte next year as a receiver. He could do a lot of things for that team. He's such an athletic player.
Yep. Yep. And he's a tremendous basketball player, as you can imagine also.
Sure. 6'1" with that speed. Now 1st and 10 for the first time in Lions territory. Oakdale, who's outscored their opponents 2-1 this season. The snap, the handoff, it's Swinimer up the middle, and once again met by the big front from Walkersville. Maybe picked up 1, it'll be 2nd and 9.
Kenyon Johnson, defensive tackle for the Lions for the stop.
Johnson is a defensive captain, 33 tackles this season. He is a tough player up the middle, 6'5", 240 pounds. What a senior he is.
Yeah.
We still have not seen Hunter Thompson, the dynamic offensive weapon for Oakdale. A pass to him that went incomplete. That's it so far. Here's Evan Austin, now 2nd and 9. The snap, the turn, the handoff to the back. Swinimer off the left tackle. He's wrapped up after a gain of 3. And once again, it brings up a long 3rd down, as it looked like maybe number 7.
Yes.
A.K. Whitby made the play.
Yep, outside linebacker, got off his blocker, able to pull Cole down for a short gain. And as you pointed out during warm-ups, Ryan, Dom Nichols is playing a lot of offense tonight in the tight end position.
And if you're Walkersville, this is where you want your opponent in Oakdale. Another long 3rd down, maybe some confusion defensively. Austin keeps it, lobs it down the right side. He's got Thompson, who skies in the air to make the catch, keeps his feet moving, and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow.
A bomb of 48 yards from Austin to Thompson. Man, they are dynamic, and just when you think you have Oakdale pinned back, they strike with a big play.
Yeah, and Evan Austin had defensive linemen in his face as he arced that ball up over their hands deep to Hunter Thompson, who was running across the zones and got away from the cornerback and the free safety who were trying to cover.
A 44-yard touchdown pass. That is touchdown reception number 8 this season for Thompson. The kick is through by Jackson Peterson, the senior kicker, making a 7-0 game. Not a bad defensive possession from Walkersville. Just couldn't hold off the dynamic duo. About 5 minutes in, it is Walkersville trailing Oakdale 7-0 on Cool Voltage 1450.
You have a list of things. None of those things say wander around a warehouse looking for somebody to help you, or walk out not knowing if you got exactly what you need. Nope, you have a list of things, and Ace has them, from the brands you trust. We also have people who ask the right questions to make sure you get everything you need. Because at Ace, we have our own list, and great service is at the top.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Head over to Cousins Ace Hardware today. Located on North Church Street in Thurmont, Cousins Ace Hardware is a proud sponsor of high school athletics on the radio.
Welcome back to high school football and cool oldies. 14:57-0 Oakdale strikes quickly against Walkersville. The Lions had Oakdale on 2 third downs. Now the kick return, it's a good one. Breaking back to the left side, still on his feet. It's return man Ross to the far side 50, into Oakdale territory 40. Tries to cut back middle 35, and finally pulled down. How about that return from DeMarcus Ross?
DeMarcus zigzagged his way through the Bears, up in front of the Walkersville bench, then all the way across the field over to the Oakdale bench. I bet he covered 100 yards to get that 40-yard return.
We'll have to see if he can come out and play running back this first play. The way he ran there, must be out of breath. But you see Walkersville say, look, we know you have a dynamic quarterback receiver duo, but we have some guys that can run, and one of them is Ross.
And there must have been a flag somewhere on the field.
A flag did come out.
It's got to move the ball all the way back into Walkersville territory at their 32-yard line.
Ball back to the 32. So it took place when Ross was moving to the left side of the field. Not the worst field position. 32-yard line on their own half for Walkersville to start off the drive. They turn the handoff to the running back. This one is into the belly of number 28, Jordan Bennett, who pushes forward from maybe 2 or 3 yards. Yep. Looks like they'll give him 5. An ace run there from the big 6'2" junior.
Yeah, good push. And Walkersville showing that wing T set where the fullback is kind of your key running back. He ran a little belly play off to the tight end side of the formation for that 5-yard gain.
And Brad Dawson is under center for Walkersville. He turns and hands off to Ross this time, who breaks off the right tackle, cuts back and is met after a gain of 3. It looks like the tackle was made by William Hodges, and that brings up a 3rd and 3 from about the 37.
And you'll see some personnel changes. Looks like Coach Pole's going with a jumbo package here. Tight end Brennan Shaw comes into a tight end spot.
A big early 3rd down in this first quarter. 7:25, Walkersville down by a touchdown, trying to respond to Oakdale. The turn, the handoff. It's Ross, who's met at the line of scrimmage, push forward, maybe picked up a couple. He's close to the first down marker as he was hit just in front of it. A 4th and short coming up. Dom Nichols, the Michigan commit, made the tackle.
Yeah, Nichols in hard off the edge to make that play. 4th and 2, and Coach Post is keeping his offense on the field.
Let's see if the ball goes to Bennett or Ross. They're both back there in the wing T. Snap, the turn, the handoff, the push forward, close to the first down marker. Did Ross get it? He was tackled right at it. It looks like he potentially did. We're waiting for the call from the official, and he did. That's a big pickup on 4th down for Walkers.
And I noticed Dom Nichols, typically a tight end, moved to like a nose guard position. Well, they've already moved the chains, and now the head referee's saying maybe not.
I thought he did. The back official said it was first down. Now it looks like they're going to have to measure it. One of the officials is saying bring the chains out. The Walkersville bench is saying that's a first down. They're pointing towards their end zone. The back official, I thought, pushed forward with the hand.
They did.
And now there's some confusion.
And then the head referee stepped in and said, I think we might want to look at this.
And they're still talking. The offense is on the field for Oakdale. And it looks like they are going to measure. It is close. As they bring out the sticks, what do you think there, Coach?
I think it's a foot short.
Okay, let's see. As they bring out the measuring sticks, ball at the 41. That's about where Walkersville needed to reach. As they pull it up, yep, you're going to be right there, Coach. It's about maybe a foot and a half short, and it's a turnover on downs. Oakdale takes over, and now the Walkersville defense will come out. That's a tough break there, just a little bit short for the home team.
Yeah, short field for the Bears. But if you're Coach Post, you know Oakdale's going to score, so you try to match them. 4th and 2.
They have a big offensive line, big running backs. That is oftentimes what you want to do on those type of plays, just a little bit short. And now Oakdale takes over, near side hash mark, 1st and 10 from the Walkersville 41. The snap, the handoff going off the right side as a back for Walkersville. He throws it down the field, and it is picked off. Picked off at the 8-yard line. It was a trick play. The running back, number 44, chucked it down the field, and it's intercepted by Walkersville.
And Cristiano Mencani, we talked about when that ball's in the air, somehow he gets his hands on the football, and he did there as the free safety for the interception.
The ball went to the fullback, Jamie McCarthren. He had 4 attempts last game, so he does get the ball from time to time, and he wound up and threw it down the field, overthrew his target, and it was picked off by Walkersville. What a flip of the field just when you turn it over if you're the Lions to get it right back.
Yep. Now you are way back at your 10, so you got to be careful, but big play to get your hands back on the football.
A turn, the handoff to Ross. He has some space off the left side, pushing forward to the 16. And he's finally pulled down as Ross was able to pick up maybe 3 or 4. Jeff Hathaway, the free safety, second on the team in tackles, came up and made the play.
Yep. Nice 4-yard gain on the play on that fullback belly to the left side. And that interception, if you're not watching it on video, a full extension dive over his head for Mencani to bring that ball in.
Only a receiver could make a pick like that as Mencani plays both sides, known for his receiving abilities. Gavin Hughes is in at quarterback. The ball goes up the middle in a positive run past the first down marker, a gain of 10 on the play, and that moves the chains up to the 24.
Yep. Fullback Jordan Bennett in that wing T formation with that quick fullback trap up the middle. Nice blocking at the point of attack. First down, Lions.
The first down for the Lions as Hughes comes out under center again in that wing T formation. It looks like Bennett and Ross in the backfield. The turn, the handoff to Ross off the left tackle, and the ball is out. It was stripped out by Oakdale, and it looks like the Bears may have recovered it. Yep, that is the call. A turnover from the Lions. I want to say, we'll get the name or the number of the player who knocked it out. It was ADL Hernandez Rivera. That's his second forced fumble this season, something he's good at, pulling the ball out, and that's exactly what he did there, prying it away from Ross.
Yeah, and we could see from our angle, he just put his hand on the football and ripped it out of the grasp.
So back-to-back turnovers from Walkersville, and now the Bears take over in Lions territory at the 27 with their talented quarterback, Evan Austin, in the gun, the tank, the handoff, and the running back, Swinimer, just pulled back by the front line of Walkersville.
Brennan Shaw, nose guard for the Lions, big, strong, 6'4", 265-pounder, got that claw onto the jersey and just pulled Swimmer back. He's not a big man, 5'7", 150, Cole. So.
Oakdale leading 7-0 as we approach the 5-minute mark. Big tackle by Shaw, and now Austin rolls to the left, lobs down the left side. Again, it's Thompson. He catches the 5 and banged out of bounds at the 3. They're going to say maybe he stepped out at the 6 as he had Sasu chasing him. Another big pitch and catch from Austin to Thompson, this time for about 20 yards.
Yeah, and what a great route by Hunter, playing in the slot formation there for the Bears, down and a quick drop that foot and out towards the sidelines, and that ball was in flight, perfectly timed by Evan Austin to Hunter Thompson.
And Austin, the lefty, he does look more comfortable going to his left. That's what he did there. As there's a pair of backs in the backfield for Oakdale at the 6-yard line. Austin keeps it, tries a cut back middle. He tripped on the turf and was pulled down. May have lost a yard or two. If so, that will go as a sack for Walkersville.
Yeah, good containment there on the right side. Tried a quarterback sweep with lead blockers, but it looked like middle linebacker Patrick Word on the tackle there.
It was a run of no gain, so he got back to the line. That is tackle number 38 for Ward. What an incredible season he's had. Now the big formation for Austin. On the right hash mark, hands off to the back. Swinimer off the left side, and he steps into the end zone for a touchdown. Solid blocking from the Bears. Swinimer took it across the field and walked in.
Yep, nice 7-yard run there by Cole. Sweep off the left side.
Touchdown number 5 for Swinimer. Averaging just under 6 per touch. That time, that's exactly what he got. His sweep off the left side to put Oakdale up 13-0. Jackson Peterson to kick the extra point, and it is through.
No,
it missed. My mistake. It misses. So we stay at 13-0. Back-to-back touchdowns from Oakdale. The first through the air to Thompson. This one on the ground to Swinimer with 4:18 left in the first. It is 13-0. Oakdale on top of Walkersville on Cool Oldies 1450.
Keeney and Bassford Funeral Home recognizes that every day we live in freedom and security thanks to the men and women who serve in the United States Armed Forces. As Veterans Day approaches, make plans to make a difference. Invite a veteran to dinner. A simple visit, a phone call, or thank you really goes a long way. Let our veterans know how much they are appreciated and support those serving right now with a military care package. At Keeney and Bassford Funeral Home, they're proud to support our heroes.
Oakdale leads Walkersville 13-0. 4:18 left to go in the first quarter on Cool Oldies 1450. Great to have you with us. Coach, how big is this possession for the Lions? I need something positive after a pair of turnovers.
Yeah, huge. And Coach Polis always talks about 3-touchdown lead in high school football seems to be the margin. It's early, but yeah, Walkersville needs to build a little momentum here on offense.
The return man for Walkersville gets all the way up to the 34-yard line. This time there are no flags. I believe that was either Ross or Sasu. Couldn't quite tell. It was a positive run back, and that's where the Lions start off at the 33.
I think that was actually Darius Eubank,
Okay.
number 1, running that back for the Lions.
Eubanks making his way to the 33, and he's already made a couple big plays, Coach, and a guy who started off the season on the injured list. He's been such a positive upgrade for Walkersville since he's come back.
Yep, super athlete, able to make plays. Now we have a quick timeout.
A flag is thrown, and an illegal substitution or a substitution-related penalty on Oakdale. So this moves it up 5 yards. It'll make it a short 1st and 5 from about the 36-37. Walkersville has to reach maybe the 41.5. They're on the far side hash mark. Looks like Brad Dawson is out under center. I formation, pair receivers left side. Dawson turns and hands off to the running back who dives forward to about the 41-42. It is close to the first down marker.
Yeah, that time I formation. Ross tailback follows his fullback off the left side.
Dom Nichols, tackle number 2. We'll be calling his name a lot throughout the evening. The Michigan commit. 3:45 left in the first. 13-0. Oakdale on top against Walkersville. Lions looking to put together a positive offensive possession with Dawson under center. Turns, fakes, steps up, lobs to the right side, and incomplete. It was off the fingertips of the defensive back, Jeff Hathaway. And it brings up a 3rd and short.
Tried to hit Tristiano Mancani on the curl in and just overthrown.
When you're 3rd and short, you can do that. You have an extra play to get the first down. Might as well take a shot towards the sideline. Dawson now 6 for 13 this season. Does have 4 touchdowns, though. And he comes out in that I formation once again. With Ross in the backfield to turn the handoff, it actually goes to number 28, Jordan Bennett, and he barrels forward, picks up 6, plenty to move the chains out to the 47. So maybe Jeff Hathaway came up and made the play again.
I formation in number 32, LaRon Greenlay leading the way for Bennett and that Walkersville first down.
The second first down in this first quarter for the Lions. 3:10 left. Again, Dawson under center flips to the outside this time. It's Ross trying to break towards the sideline. He's bumped out of bounds at about the 48. Picked up 3 on the play, and it brings up a 2nd and 7.
So just trying to follow the Oakdale formation and then the play call by the Lions. Dom Nichols typically lines up at defensive end. He's here on the wide side, and almost every one of Walkersville's plays this time around have been away from Dom.
Again, I formation. This time it goes up the middle, and Dom Nichols, as well as one other defender, was in the backfield to make the tackle at the line of scrimmage, it looks like, and this brings up a long 3rd and 8. You're right there, Coach. That time they ran towards the side of Nichols, and he made things real tough for the Lions.
Yeah. Tried to trap him, and he broke through that blocker and then was assisted by Tylen Kaliskan, the opposite side defensive end for the Bears.
So 3rd and 8 at about midfield. Their own 49 for the Lions. Dawson under center, 2 backs behind him, 2 receivers to the right. It's a pass play. Dawson steps up, whips it towards the right side, and it's caught at the 35. And the receiver is speared to the ground by Sean Wright, but not before a pickup of 20 and a first down. It's Menconi on the positive play.
Yep. Same pass pattern as they ran previously. This time the ball was on the money. Sean Wright there to clean up the action after Tristiano pulled it in, but at Walkersville first down into Bears territory down to their 35-yard line.
Menconi now 18 of his team's 32 receptions this season. He is just under, in fact, he might be over 300 yards receiving this year. The ball goes to Ross. He bumps off the right guard. Maybe picked up a couple on the play. Nick Miller coming out of the outside linebacker spot to make the tackle.
Yeah. Looks like Oakdale's playing exclusively a 5-man defensive front, and linebackers are right off their butts. Basically 7 defensive players in the box to try to stop this Walkersville run.
2nd and 8 from the 33 of Oakdale on the near side hash mark with a minute left in the first quarter. 13-0 Oakdale leading Walkersville. Ball goes off to Bennett. He breaks into the secondary. Past the first down marker. Keeps pushing all the way to the 21. Jordan Bennett, 6'2", 225. A junior, so tough to pull down.
Yeah, big, strong, and elusive. There, he saw Dom Nichols. They ran right at him. Dom, as that defensive end, came down hard to the inside. Bennett was able to bounce that outside, fight off a couple other tacklers for that Walkersville first down.
Jeff Hathaway, you see why he's 2nd on the team in tackles, picks up another one from the safety spot. He oftentimes plays up in the defensive backfield like he is now. As the Lions come out 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. The handoff goes up the middle to Ross. Gets past the first line, into the secondary, drags the defender down to the 14-yard line.
Boy.
DeMarcus Ross, powerful run.
5'10", 205, lowers the shoulders, runs really low. Ran over middle linebacker. Free safety had to bring him down, and that's the end of the first quarter.
That is how the first quarter ends. 13-0 Oakdale on top of Walkersville, but the Lions are putting pressure inside the red zone as we get set for the second on Cool Oldies 1450.
Fairfield Knights, Walkersville Lions. Our coverage of local high school sports is #1 in the region. Just check out our schedule on our website, WTHUradio.com. Click on the sports broadcast schedule to find out when your favorite team is playing right here on Cool Oldies 1450 THU.
Welcome back to Cool Oldies 1450, brought to you by Catoctin Mountain Motorsports with a new location at Bogley Auto Sales on E Main Street in Thurmont. As we are set for the second quarter, we'll get to more of those sponsors in just a second. Walkersville is pressuring. They have a second and about 3 from the 15 of Oakdale. The pass to the end zone, and it is dropped by the defensive back, incomplete. As the receiver was open, just a little bit underthrown, looking for the tight end, A.K. Whitley. And the defensive back, I want to say, that might have been number 14, D. Infantes, dropping it.
I think you're exactly right, Ryan. That ball needed to go way up in the air towards the corner of the end zone. Walkersville very fortunate to still have possession of the ball.
So Lions get new life. The turn, the handoff to Bennett. Bennett pushes forward to the 5, into the end zone for a touchdown. The Lions on the board. Jordan Bennett continues to cook. Touchdown number 6 this season.
Wow. Strong 14-yard run by Bennett. Again, up the middle, following his fullback on that isolation play for the touchdown.
Walkersville may have found the secret tonight. Play physical football, and Bennett is their physical back. Another positive run, like Coach said, about 15 yards out, and an extra point away from making this a 6-point game.
Blocked.
Logan Reese's kick is blocked, turned to the near sideline. Thankfully for Walkersville, Oakdale missed their extra point, so it's still a 7-point game with 11:30 left to go in the second quarter. Positive possession for the Lions from the first quarter to the second. They now only trail by 7 on Cool Oldies 1450.
Oftentimes, the wheelchairs our veterans and first responders receive from their healthcare providers are subpar at best. Some are falling apart, with a years-long waiting list for a new one. This lag causes a tremendous amount of stress for our heroes and creates a burden for their caregivers. Isolation leads to depression. We build what they need to get outdoors, hunting, fishing, or playing sports. Join the mission at wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Welcome back to Cool Oldies 1450. Walkersville's on the board. The squib kick is bobbled, picked up at the 20. The return man returns towards the middle and is spearheaded to the ground. The ball is out. Walkersville thinks they have it. Looking for the official call. I think they do. It's number 30 on the pickup for Walkersville. That's Logan Reese, the kicker. Fell on top of it.
Yeah, up back Andrew Wilson took the one hopper off the squib kick, as you said, Ryan, and then on the tackle, ball comes loose, recovered by the Lions. Third turnover already here in today's game.
And now the Lions can take the lead. They're down 13-6, 11:46 left already, of course, in Oakdale territory. At the 25 for the Bears. Pass towards the end zone, diving incomplete. A big strike attempt from Walkersville.
Yeah, Gavin Hughes in at quarterback this time, this rotation for Walkersville, and with that big arm, tried to hit that seam route. Just a little overthrown.
Real quick, Catoctin Mountain Motorsports, we mentioned them, are great sponsors for today. Center of Life Chiropractic, Emmitsburg Tattoo, local realtor Sandy Burns of Climb Properties, Cousins Ace Hardware, Kelco Plumbing, Thurmont American Legion Post 168, Thurmont Country Kitchen and Tool in Hand. Really appreciate their sponsorship today. Handoff goes to Ross, breaks into the secondary, pulled down by the ankles after picking up 6 to the 20 of Oakdale.
ISO left, Ross behind the fullback again. LaRon Greenlay for Walkersville.
They mark him at the 19 officially, 3rd and 3. But the run, coach, has been so good for Walkersville today.
And I think they've really found something on these isolations. The tailback gets a big head of steam from his I-back formation.
It's Hughes under center. Bennett in the backfield. That's where the ball goes off the left guard. Bennett pushes at the 5, stumbles forward to the 4-yard line, tackled just before pressing to the end zone. Another big run from Bennett. This one about 16 yards.
All the way down, as you said, mark to the 3 again. Isolation left. They found something on that left side. Did Walkersville in the run game. and they're exploiting it right now.
How about this momentum turn with 10:45 remaining in the first half, 13-6, Walkersville trailing, knocking on the door. The big home crowd behind him. The turn, the handoff to Ross, cuts back, middle. Did he get in? He did. A touchdown for DeMarcus Ross, and we are tied at 13-12, an extra point away from tying for Walkersville. 2 rushing touchdowns in the corner, one from Jordan Bennett, one from DeMarcus Ross. And Walkersville is 1 kick away from tying it at 13.
And you talk about scoring twice, took advantage of the turnover. We're now into the second quarter, only a minute and a half, and that's 2 touchdowns for the Lions.
Reese, who recovered the fumble on the kickoff, finishes the comeback and kicks it through the uprights. We are even, 13 apiece. Brand new ball game with 10:31 left to go in the first half. What an exciting Friday night we have for you on this October Friday 13th. We'll over 14:50. We'll be right back.
We're staying with you. Some out-of-town scores while we got a minute then. Linganore over Middletown 14-0 in the second quarter. In the first quarter, it's Frederick 7, Urbana 6. Catoctin in the second quarter over Smithsburg 14-12. TJ 7, Tuscarora 0 in the first quarter. And Brunswick 12-0 over North Hagerstown in the first quarter.
And Coach, we thought tonight would be a little wild. It is, of course, Friday the 13th in October. And it has been in the kick. It goes off of an Oakdale player. And it looks like Walkersville's recovered. And they have another turnover on the special teams for Oakdale. Things are apart for the visitors.
Yeah, so that time Walkersville, again, tried to squib kick, but this bounced off the front line of the Bears. And number 29, Caleb Thomas, there to recover for the Lions. And Coach Stein calls a timeout, try to settle his troops down.
A timeout taken by Oakdale. What a change of momentum. The Bears led 13-0. A couple special teams turnovers. One led to a touchdown, the game tying touchdown. The squib kick is a tough one sometimes to play, and it's led to 2 turnovers so far.
And you know, I think it makes it doubly tough on AstroTurf. With that football takes some bad bounces, and he's not just squibbing it, he's banging it into the dirt off the tee, which causes the first bounce to be crazy, and that one off the shoulder pad of the Oakdale Bear bounced right back to the Walkersville line, and as we said, Caleb Thomas there to recover.
When this second quarter started, it was 13-0. Walkersville had it in the red zone of Oakdale.
Yep.
They now are tied 13-13 in under 5 minutes, 10:25 left. And they have the ball at the 49-yard line for Oakdale. Dawson under center, turns hands off to Ross, breaks into the secondary, and maybe a touchdown-saving tackle from Jeff Hathaway, pickup of 8.
Yeah, again, isolation. They are handling the nose guard at the line of scrimmage. Then the fullback takes on the linebacker, and the tailback with the ball and a full head of steam picks his alley.
Looks like an official timeout, so it'll be 2nd and 3 for Walkersville at the 41 of Oakdale. Back-to-back touchdowns for the home team. Big crowd here under the lights on this comfortable mid-October evening. Trainer had to come out. Looks like maybe a player came off the field real quick.
You see who they're tending to over here on the Walkersville sideline.
Dawson turns, hands off, met quickly at the line of scrimmage. I believe was Jordan Bennett. That time may have picked up one. A rare no gain for Bennett. Dom Nichols made the tackle.
Yep, Dom Nichols on top. And let me see, try to give him credit to number 65. Get my fingers. Asa Dakeman.
Dakeman comes in as the backup nose tackle. Gets playing time, though. Okay, 3rd and short from the 40. The turn, the handoff to Ross. Hit in the backfield and pushed back. He lost 2 on the play. Good pressure from Oakdale. And it brings up a 3rd and 5.
Tyler Tehan, middle linebacker that time. 4th and 5. And it looks like Coach Poles is going to bring in the punting team.
At this point in the game, you think, okay, we have the momentum. A punt could really pin Oakdale back deep. They forced two turnovers already. Feels like the thought process is a good one here from Coach.
Yeah, you got to be careful, though, if you're Oakdale, because Gavin Hughes, your quarterback, is your punter. It looks like Walkersville was a man short there, so Coach Polis called a timeout.
So Coach takes the timeout. We'll take one with them. 13-13, 8:56 left to go in the first half. Dual holding. 14-14.
Are you looking for an expert mechanic you can trust? One that has excellent service at a fair price? Then you're looking for Catoctin Mountain Motorsports. Conveniently located at 609 East Main Street in Thurmont. Catoctin Mountain Motorsports is a family-owned full-service repair shop specializing in dirt bikes, UTVs, ATVs, and more. Or, if your thing is more on-road, check out the broad range of automotive and motorcycle makes and models Catoctin Mountain Motorsports can service. Don't ignore that check engine light. Catoctin Mountain Motorsports will read the code free and get you an appointment right away. That's Catoctin Mountain Motorsports. On-road or off-road. 2 wheels or 4.
Here's the punt from Walkersville. It's a high kick from Hughes. It bounces at the 20, takes a Walkersville roll now sideways. Middle of the field at about the 16, and that's where Oakdale takes over.
Yeah, and Oakdale didn't even have any returners back. I'm thinking they were actually guessing that Walkersville really wasn't going to punt the football when they had the ball in Oakdale territory. But good decision by Coach Polis. Puts 85 yards between the Bears and the goal line.
8:46 left to go in the second. That's what you want to do against an offense as high-powered as Walkersville. You go for it, you don't get it. It essentially means points for the road team, right, the way they score so quickly. So for the first time in it seems like 5 or 6 minutes, Evan Austin is back on the field as he turns and hands off to Swinimer, who is met at the line and pushed back. 3 or 4 blue jerseys on him. Andrew DeRamis looked like he made the play.
Yeah, and a lot of help there by his teammates. Cole bounced off, but no room there. Sure. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10, Bears.
At the 16-yard line, clock ticking at 8:15 left in the first half, 13-13. 13 points to start for Oakdale, who's undefeated. Walkersville picked up 13 straight. And that's where we're at, as Evan Austin is in the gun. The snap, the handoff off the sweep left side of Swinimer. He breaks to the sideline, avoids one tackler, and is pushed out of bounds at about the 17. Needs to reach the 19, which means a 3rd and short coming up. They may actually have said he stepped out far earlier than that at about the 18-yard line. I misspoke.
That was a play that Oakdale ran earlier successfully for a nice gain. That time, Walkersville able to string it out. Outside linebacker A.K. Whitby pushes him out of bounds. Short gain, maybe a gain of 2 on the play.
Gain of 2, 3rd and 8 from the 16 for Oakdale. Could be a big stop here for Walkersville. Crowd can sense it as Thompson's in motion. Rolling to his right is Austin looking down the field, and it's incomplete. It went off the fingertips of the target and hit the turf. The intended target was Dom Nichols,
who's not getting up.
And he's slow to get up. Nichols had to reach behind him. May have got his ankle caught in the turf as he's on his knees.
Let's hope he's okay. But he's staying on his knees, not getting up.
May have just been one of those where you roll your ankle. Let's hope that's the case for Nichols. It is a 4th and 8 from the 16 for Oakdale. They'll pump. Now we watch Nichols. Walkersville coming up with the ball. They have a chance to take the lead on Cool.
Hawkins Landscaping, locally owned and operated, winner 8 years in a row for the best in Frederick County. Hawkins Landscaping is #1 with an array of full landscape site design, lawn maintenance, hardscaping, lighting, drainage, and more. Let our professionally trained staff of certified landscapers transform your landscape from a dream to reality. From the design through construction and into maintenance, Hawkins Landscaping specializes in elegant and inviting outdoor environments. If you are looking to create
back with us on Cool Oldies 1450. Great game tonight. 7:40 left to go in the second quarter. It is 13-13. Undefeated Oakdale on the road against Walkersville. And Oakdale is punting deep in their own territory. It's blocked. It's loose on the turf of the 5. Doesn't matter who recovers it because it's Walkerville ball at about the 5 or 6 yard line. I think a Lions player scooped it up and races towards the sideline with it. Raquel Evans pulled it in.
Yeah, I think it was Wyatt Gerhardt blocked it, recovered it in the backfield, and as you said, it didn't really matter who recovered it behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be Walkersville ball, so they take over on the 7 yard line, 1st and goal.
We'll keep a close eye on the very talented defensive lineman for Oakdale, Dom Nichols. He walked off under his own power. Hope he's okay. We'll keep a close eye on him to see if he comes back out. It is Gavin Hughes under center, big formation, I formation, turns, hands off Bennett, barrels forward, and lowers his shoulder to pick up maybe 2. And a 2nd and goal coming up from about the 4 yard line. They're going to say he may have actually got back to the line of scrimmage, did Bennett.
Yeah, Oakdale looked like they brought a little extra beef in on the defensive front on this 1st and goal situation and see if Walkersville picks that up and adjusts their play call.
Both Bennett and Ross in the backfield each have a touchdown today in that dual back formation. Hughes turns this time, he hands off to Ross, off the left tackle, angling towards the sideline, and he's disrupted in the backfield. Now the near sideline, as he was brought down at the 7, the official blew the play dead. The coaching staff for Walkersville didn't think safety Hathaway pulled him down, but it looks like he did at the 7. They thought Ross was able to keep his knees off the ground. He kept running to the end zone. It'll be a 3rd and goal from the 7 coming up for Walkersville.
Yeah, and the good thing is 2 referees came in there, thought they saw the same thing, his knee touched the ground, so loss of 3 brings it back. As you said, 3rd and goal.
Big early play here as Hughes is under center. Tight end in motion, the turn, the handoff, the fake. He lobs to the right side. It's caught and quickly wrapped up at the 4. Was the receiver in motion. Braden DeWall made the tackle, the junior, tackle number 36 for him, one of the biggest of the season as it saved a touchdown. And now a 4th and goal coming up for Walkersville from the 5.
And here comes the field goal team.
A kick to go on top for Logan Reese, as he had 1 extra point blocked and knocked 1 up through, as he will kick from about the 15 yard line, so about a 23, 24 yard kick here for Reese as he's lined up at the 15. Big kick coming up for Reese, and it is through for Logan. Logan Reese gives Walkersville the lead, 16-13. 16 unanswered points for the home team, and they lead by 3 with 5:25 left to go in the first half on Cool Oldies 1450.
Plumbing and Backhoe Service LLC is conveniently located at 108 North Carroll Street in Thurmont with over 40 years of experience in the plumbing industry, celebrating its 10th year serving our community, specializing in all phases of plumbing, including septic installation and repair. The favorite part of our job is meeting new people and knowing that we helped. Kelco Plumbing prides itself on a job well done with pricing that won't flood your budget. Burst pipes, water damage, clogged drains, replacement, remodel, or upgrades. Kelco Plumbing services most major fixtures, faucets, water heaters, sump pumps, and well pumps.
The split kick from Walkersville. The hands team is out there for Oakdale. It's picked up at the 25. The return man pushes forward to about the 27. It was Hunter Thompson, their top receiver on the kick return. Maybe gained about 5. He got up to the 30. And that's where Oakdale starts their drive. Down 16-13, 5:20 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. They worked on that squib kick. Clearly, Walkersville, that's a dangerous weapon here tonight. That ball's bouncing all over the place, deflected off of an Oakdale Bear, made it all the way back to the second line receivers where Hunter Thompson was lined up.
Oakdale has 2 turnovers on special teams. They come out with 3 receivers to the near side. The snap to the quarterback, Austin. He rolls to his right. The lefty zips it, and it's incomplete. It ricocheted off the chest of his intended target.
Yeah, Patrick Ward. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I believe it was Rodriguez where he was looking. You said Ward had the pressure.
Yeah. I think the middle linebacker with his hands up kind of blocked the view of the ball coming into Rodriguez. Falls incomplete.
Okay, 2nd and 10. Chance of defense from the home crowd. Ball on the far hash mark under the lights, of course, at the 30-yard line. 3 backs in the backfield. It is a quarterback option, quarterback read, and is kept by Austin, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. May have lost a yard as he tried to scramble left side.
And it looked like Raquel Evans along with A.K. Whitby there to double team and pull Evans down. Austin down.
For Raquel Evans, if that is a sack, that'd be about a half a sack, and that is 2.5 for him this season. Whitby also helped out. Okay, big 3rd down, 3rd and 11 from the 28-yard line. Austin dropping back, lobs to the near sideline, looking for Thompson, incomplete. The flag comes out. Sasu was on the coverage, and it looks like they may get defensive pass interference.
I believe so. I think he tried to get around Hunter and play for the ball, but just a little bit too much contact before the ball arrived. Good
Thompson
coverage, and again, a great pass. Austin's throwing that ball to Hunter before he's even out of his break. That's hard to defend.
When you have a receiver that good, you can throw across your body, across the field, lob it up in the air, and have confidence your guy is going to bring it down. It is a pass interference, so tough break there for Walkersville, as that will be a 1st down for Oakdale. They move the chains, 4:37 left in this first half. Coach, if you're Walkersville, if you can limit this drive to even a field goal, that would be big heading to halftime.
Yep. If you can keep them out of the end zone, as you said, at least limit it to 3 points.
Evan Austin in the gun, 3 receivers to his right. He's got 1 to his left. The back is in the backfield, and a flag comes out. Looks like this will be on Walkersville. It is a pre-snap penalty, and it will be a 5-yarder.
Yeah, encroachment on the defense. Stepped in the neutral zone.
Back-to-back penalties. I might be wrong here, Coach. I think that's the first 2 for the Lions in this half. They come on back-to-back plays. Austin in the gun, 3 to the right. Walkersville brings forward a handoff up the middle in the front line, and Logan Boston was ready for it. Maybe a yard or 2 from Swinimer. He's wrapped up quickly.
Yeah. Well played. A quick handoff up the middle.
A 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line. Dangerous spot here if you're Walkersville. Oakdale's got a lot of options at 2nd and 4 in midfield in their great passing game. Ball right in the center of the field. Austin in the gun, a pair of backs behind him, fakes this handoff, drops back. He's obliterated in the backfield. A loss of 5, a massive sack from Raquel Evans.
Wow. That's the kind that will put a quarterback out of a football game. Clean hit, but a hard hit. The left-handed Austin stood up, set up to pass, and directly into his face was Raquel Evans for the sack.
Evans, 6'1", 220, came with a lot of force. Now a 3rd and 10. Austin Youth looks to be okay. That's a good sign. As the snap is low, he gets it hip high, under pressure again, spins out of it to the near side. Austin running to the sideline, cuts back middle 50, past the first down marker, into open field 30, 25-20, and he's tripped up at the 15-yard line, fell forward to the 9. Somehow, Austin was able to avoid the sack and erase up the field for a pickup of about 45, 50 yards.
Yeah. Wow, it looked like Walkersville was going to get him again. He spun out of the sack, and then when he gets in space, it's almost impossible a one-on-one tackle. We have a Walkersville guy limping over here. He's down on the ground now. So, and there's the referee timeout.
You see why Austin is approaching 500 rushing yards on the season. The commit as a receiver to UNC Charlotte.
Wow.
Looked like he was done for in the backfield. And you have on your mind that sack from Evans. As Oakdale is knocking on the door, down by 3, 3:09 left to go in the second.
Here's another Cool Oldies 1450 reminder. Saturday, the Thurmont Grange will hold a fundraiser at Roy Rogers in Thurmont from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Also, Saturday, the kitchen will be open to the public at the M. Vance Ladies Auxiliary Post 7 on Apples Church Road in Thurmont. And on Saturday, be sure to check out the 47th Annual Sibyllsville Mountain Festival with a car show in Sibyllsville Environmental School from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Local vendors, demonstrations, food trucks, music, fun for the kids, and an antique tractor show, and a lot more. To learn about these events and more, go online to WTHUradio.com. Remember, at Cool Oldies 1450, we care about our community and about you.
Oakdale at the 9 on Cool Oldies 1450. The handoff to Swinimer off the right tackle. Picked up maybe 2.
Good push off the right side there by the offensive line. Brings up a 2nd and goal. Ball on the 7-yard line.
Right at the middle of the field after that Houdini act from the quarterback, Evan Austin. Looked like he was going to be sacked around midfield. Somehow scampered for about 40, 45 yards inside the red zone. And now Oakdale is threatening to take the lead as we approach halftime. It's Austin in the gun. This time he's got his big target, Hunter Thompson, to his left. Single coverage. Watch out for that. Right between the hash marks of the 7. Chance of defense from the Walkersville crowd. As Austin takes his time, receiver in motion, that Swinimer comes behind him, he dropped the snap, picks it up, spins in the backfield, and is wrapped up. He lost 7. Sacked in the backfield, Mason Clark finally pulled him down.
Yeah, the same young man that made the touchdown-saving tackle, Mason Clark, able to corral Austin. Bad snap. Evan was able to scoop it up, elude the first Walkersville Lion defender, but Mason Clark there to bring him down.
It's a loss of 8 on the play, now 3rd and goal from the 16. 1:35 and counting left to go in the first half. Let's see what Oakdale can do. It's been a really positive first half for Walkersville.
Yeah,
after getting
right now they're doing real clock management, Ryan. They're letting the play clock run down, game clock working down towards 1 minute and 20 seconds here and a half. There's their timeout.
Oakdale showing respect to Walkersville, not wanting to give them any time on the offensive end to maybe make a drive. It's 80 seconds left in the first half. Coach, Walkersville got down 13-0. They respond with 16 points. What a resilient first half from the home team. And those 2 special teams turnovers help out too.
Yeah, sometimes we were talking off air, lucky wins out. And a couple of lucky bounces there, got their hands on the football, and to their credit, took advantage of those scoring opportunities. Here, dangerous situation. It looks like Dom Nichols is up and about. I don't know that he's going to be in on this offensive play or not, but you got Hunter Thompson as a receiver. Is hard to stop one-on-one. You got quarterback Evan Austin, impossible to stop one-on-one. You have to keep Evan in the pocket. Easier said than done. In this 3rd and long, and set up a 4th and long is Walkersville's goal right now.
1:18 left to go. Austin in the gun with the back Swinimer to his left. 3 receivers left side. Austin lobs it to the end zone, looking for his target, who goes up and pulls it in for the touchdown. A touchdown pass from Austin to his receiver in the far right corner, Alex Rodriguez, and Oakdale's back on top.
Yeah, we just talk about all those other options, and Oakdale goes the opposite direction, gets a one-on-one scenario, and Alex Rodriguez with a great leaping catch in the back of the end zone.
Rodriguez dropped the ball earlier in the drive. This time he gets the defensive back one-on-one. You could have sworn, okay, you've got 3 receivers left side, including Thompson, as the extra point is good. You would think Austin would go that way, but instead he goes back to his receiver to his right, who had his man one-on-one.
Yep. Great play call by the Oakdale coaching staff. Great execution by the players.
20-16, 1:13 left to go in the first half. We'll take a break. It's Cool Oldies 1450.
Taking it to overdrive.
Sports Day Forecast.
Here's the Cool Oldies 1450 AM forecast. For this afternoon, we'll have sunny skies, a high 70. Clear this evening, increasing clouds later tonight. Can't rule out a shower late, the low 48. Then widespread showers developing on Saturday. I can't completely rule out a thunderstorm. Odds are you don't see one though, the high near 60. Clouds and showers Saturday night, low 50. Mostly cloudy Sunday, high 60. From the Cool Oldies 1450 AM Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jim Renaud.
And it's a gorgeous night here at Walkersville High School. Oakdale is leading by 4 as we are approaching halftime. Let's see if the home Lions can do anything here on the return. The near side, cutting to the sideline is Eubank. He's got some space as he works back to the middle, pushes forward to the 45-yard line. How about the special teams play of Walkersville tonight?
Yeah, you talk about 3 aspects of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. Clearly, hats off to the special team of the Walkersville Lions, setting up their offense in good field position again with 2 timeouts. It looks like it's Brad Dawson's rotation at quarterback. Yes, indeed. We'll see if Coach Poles takes advantage of the time given here in a minute. Probably try, if they can break off a run and get a nice gain, look for them to play this through.
66 seconds left. Dawson under center, turns and hands off to Ross. He presses forward, pulled down at midfield, picked up about 5. A strong run for Ross and brings up a 2nd and 5 from the 50.
Quick personnel change to Jordan Bennett at tailback.
Clock still ticking at 47 seconds. It's Bennett in the backfield, the I formation with Dawson under center. Dawson turns, hands off Bennett. Bennett up the middle, just lowers his shoulder into the defender, pushed him maybe a yard up to the 42. 3rd and 2 coming up, and a timeout taken by Walkersville.
Tyler Teahan took that runner on Bennett, squared him up, held him to a 3-yard gain.
34 seconds left. Ball at the 47-yard line of Oakdale for Walkersville. Running has been their strength throughout the season. They might have to dial up a deep ball here, Coach. What do you think will be the target, the play possibly?
I think this particular situation, they're going to just try to get the first down. So I look for them to run the ball. I saw Jordan Bennett check back into the huddle for the Lions. So look for something off tackle.
Lions
just enough for a first down to move the chains.
And they have 1 timeout, so they can do that. With 34 seconds left, Bennett is out there, so is Ross. Ball is placed in the near hash mark at the 47. Walkersville needs to reach the 45. Bennett and Ross in the backfield both have been spectacular. It's a quick handoff to Bennett, spins forward, keeps on his feet, crawls to the 37-yard line, finally tackled in the defensive backfield, picked up 9 and moved the chains. Clock is stopped at 29, and now it picks back up. And Dawson spikes it to pause the clock at 24 seconds.
Yep, so they move the chains, spike the ball to stop the clock, and now you might have to dial up a pass.
We'll see if they go to the air. It's 2nd and 10 from the 37. The downs may not matter as much now, though, with just 24 seconds left. It's 20-16, a good comeback for Walkersville. They are down 13-0. They scored 16 straight points, then a quick touchdown for really more of a hard-earned touchdown by Oakdale to make it 20-16, and now Walkersville tries to maybe grab the lead before halftime. Dawson under center, a pair of receivers up top. Dawson turns, hands off to Ross. Ross straight up the gut, and it is a tackle after a gain of 2.
And Walkersville calls their 3rd and final timeout with 19 seconds to play here in the first half.
So now 3rd down for Walkersville. Really, you probably have maybe 3 plays left. One of them will have to go for a first down. They got to be pretty quick too, Coach. 3 might be generous.
Yeah. if you're in the field of play,
sure,
Walkersville's going to lose a lot of time.
At
See if they work the short side here with a little out pass to the tight end or something.
And at the same time, Coach, you don't want to turn over. You're in the game.
No.
You're right there against a really good Oakdale team. You've got, for the most part, the momentum. You've outscored them 16-7 in the quarter.
Yep. And good news, Dom Nichols is back in the game.
Major positive to see him healthy. Big upgrade for Oakdale. Here's Dawson under pressure, steps up, and he's hit and pulled down right on cue. Dom Nichols, the Michigan commit, showing us why he's playing Big Ten football next year.
Yeah, only a two-man pattern, and Oakdale had that well covered. Dawson stepped up, and Dom Nichols there to pull him down for the sack.
It leads us to halftime. Both teams have some positive stuff to take to halftime. Walkersville hanging in there, down 13-0. They score 16 straight and trail 20-16 at the half at home on this gorgeous Friday night in mid-October. It's high school football on Cool Oldies, 1450.
Good afternoon, this is Julio Flores. The college football season continues with the arrival of Week 7. Maryland is hoping to shake off its first loss of the year. The Terps are 5-1. They'll be hosting Illinois tomorrow afternoon in College Park. Virginia Tech has dropped 4 of its last 5 games. The Hokies are 2-4, and they'll be hosting Wake Forest tomorrow afternoon in Blacksburg. Virginia is on a bye after earning its first win of the season. The Cavaliers are 1-5 and will be visiting North Carolina next Saturday. The Wizards are 2-0 to start the preseason after taking down the Charlotte Hornets 98-92 at Capital One Arena. Kyle Kuzma led all scorers with 19 points to go, along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Capitals head coach Spencer Carberry is ready to begin his first season as an NHL bench boss. Washington opens the regular season tonight when it plays host to a division rival. The Caps are taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins at Capital One Arena. And that's sports. I'm Julio Flores on the Maryland News Network.
I'm Dr. Baker, an ER physician. If you're having leg pain, swelling, or redness, but haven't talked to your doctor yet, don't wait. This could be deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot which could travel to your lungs and lead to a pulmonary embolism, which could cause chest pain or discomfort or difficulty breathing and be deadly. Your symptoms can mean something serious, so don't wait. Talk to a doctor right away, by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Want to hear something amazing? Oh, and feel free to tell your friends too. So, Kohl's, they're having a huge sale on summer stuff. And if you live for sunny days like I do, you need to check it out. I got 40% off a new patio set, Food Network grilling essentials for 20% off, and 50% off those yard games my kids won't stop talking about. Best part? I got an extra $10 off and some Kohl's cash. It almost makes being cooped up all winter worth it. Almost. Select styles, 10 off 25, offer valid May 27th through 31st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
USA News Update. Hamas is encouraging residents in northern Gaza to disregard Israeli instructions to evacuate the area. With over 300,000 Israeli troops amassed near the border, there is growing speculation of an impending ground assault. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin in Tel Aviv to demonstrate U.S. support for Israel in its conflict against Hamas. He was asked why no one saw the attack coming.
What I can tell you is that if we had known or if we know of a pending attack against an ally, we would clearly inform that ally.
Austin will meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Israel's defense minister. Inflation is causing Gen Z to significantly reduce their spending. According to a recent survey conducted by Bank of America, this applies to 73% of respondents age 18 to 26. A considerable number of them mentioned making substantial changes to their lifestyles. John Schaefer, USA News.
Attention small business owners. This could be the most important 10-minute call you will ever make. You could recover up to $26,000 per employee today. And all you have to do is make one short 10-minute call to take your business up a notch or bounce back from these difficult couple of years. Omega Accounting Solutions can help you recover any payroll tax overpayments you made during the pandemic. You may even be eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee. All it takes is a quick, easy, free 10-minute ERC consultation to determine if you qualify. Omega is the small business champion with teams dedicated to maximizing tax credits. They know their stuff so well that CPAs and payroll companies even turn to Omega for ERC tax guidance. Call 800-300-9ERC. That's 800-300-9ERC. 1-800-300-9ERC. Or visit OmegaTaxCredit.com.
Here's another cool oldies 1450 reminder. Saturday and Sunday, there's going to be a sandwich and hand-dipped ice cream sale at the Thurmont Grange Hall from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Hand-dipped ice cream, vanilla, chocolate, butter pecan, black raspberry, peach, country ham sandwiches, chicken salad sandwiches, drinks, and baked goods will be available. Also on Saturday and Sunday, Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company invites you to Ridgefest from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. There's going to be breakfast and their famous fried ham sandwiches with fries and drinks also available and some great yard sale items. Also Saturday and Sunday, the Thurmont Ambulance Company will be holding their warm apple dumpling sale at the community park. Now the dumplings are just $5 each, $6 with ice cream, $20 for a pan of 6. Water and soda are for sale also. To learn about these events and more, go online to WTHUradio.com. Remember, at Cool Oldies 1450, we care about our community and about you.
Here's your local news for the Cool Oldies 1450 listening area. A man was severely injured and flown by helicopter to shock trauma yesterday morning after his car collided with a dump truck in Liberty Town. Route 75 just south of Liberty Town was closed for 4 hours during the investigation and to allow fire and rescue personnel to work to clear the road. In other news, the Frederick County Public Schools Board voted unanimously to return full control over books in the schools involving human sexuality to the board, reversing an earlier decision to allow a committee of parents and community members to have control in an attempt to make the system more transparent. This reversal reverts control away from the committee and essentially makes their contribution over the past year a wasted effort, according to one committee member. Continuing in the news, it's Colorfest weekend in Thurmont, and that means lots of traffic and lots of road closures. So please be careful and watch out for pedestrians and have a great Colorfest weekend. Keep it tuned right here for late-breaking news, weather, and traffic on Cool Oldies 1450 THU.
pumps and well pumps and pressure tanks. Kelco Plumbing is certified and licensed in Maryland and Pennsylvania. Call them today at 301-788-9791. That's 301-788-9791. Emergencies or planned repairs, Kelco Plumbing will go out of their way to explain exactly what needs to be done in simple, easy to understand solutions. When a plumber's work is done, well, everyone is happy. Remember, a good flush beats a full house every time. Kelco Plumbing is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the radio. At Thurmont Country Kitchen, one recent diner summed it up perfectly.
This place is so good, the words are hard to find. It's a wonderful small-town diner with awesome food and great service.
Thurmont Country Kitchen is located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. Open weekdays 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Remember when Grandma used to say, if you're looking for a great restaurant, follow the locals. And that's exactly what you'll find at Thurmont Country Kitchen. A wonderful mixture of out-of-town guests, travelers up and down Route 15, and the locals who love Country Kitchen's award-winning roasted chicken. Homemade cooking at its finest, with lots of sweets and goodies at the counter to go. Country Kitchen is a great place for birthday parties, meetings, or just to take the family when you're out and about. Their huge menu has something for everybody, and their warm country home atmosphere and small-town charm will take you back to simpler times. Thurmont Country Kitchen, satisfying and delicious. You'll feel right at home at Thurmont Country Kitchen. Thurmont Country Kitchen is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics on the radio.
Leading on the road against Walkersville High School. Great to have you with us on Cool Oldies 1450. Been a fun first half. Can't expect anything more in the second half.
I think we saw a little bit of everything, didn't we, Ryan? We saw a blocked punt, blocked extra point, muffed kickoffs, fumbles where the ball was stripped away, missed interceptions that could have been drive killers.
Sure.
Big plays by some of the key ingredients that we talked about beforehand, and then Oakdale right before the half goes to an off receiver for a big touchdown to take the lead late.
And you mentioned a pair of touchdowns, one from Marcus Ross, one from Jordan Bennett for Walkersville, and you said a surprising touchdown before the half ended. Prior to that, a huge bomb to Hunter Thompson for a touchdown for Oakdale. And they lead 20-16. It will be Walkersville taking it on this first drive. And, of course, when you're down by 4, you played a really good first half. This first drive is key as a squib kick and picked up at the 25 for Walkersville. Return man to the 35, breaks one tackle. Karams out of bounds at the 39-yard line. And that is where the Lions take over. Solid field position as they try to regain the lead.
Yep. Up back number, I don't have a 33 on my card to give that young man credit for the return, but you know, you really like the energy out here tonight by the home crowd, the home team. Walkersville is playing with a lot of energy. Yeah, tough opponent in the Oakdale Bears, but
Oakdale's undefeated at 6-0. Walkersville 3-3. The handoff goes off the left guard and tackled at the 41-yard line is DeMarcus Ross. The first play of this second half goes for 2 yards.
Yep. And nose guard Tylen Kaliskin there for the stop. Check that, not nose guard. He plays defensive end, does Tylen.
It looks like to start this second half is, I believe, Gavin Hughes is the quarterback as he turns, fakes the handoff, quarterback option. He keeps it. High ball to the right sideline. Nobody home. It's out of play.
Yeah, I think he threw that one away. A little miscommunication. Receivers running the wrong route or something, and Gavin just got rid of it.
So Hughes saves a possession, and it's now 3rd and 8 from the 41. As Walkersville needs to reach their own 49 to pick up a first down 20-16, just underway in the second half, 11-14 left in the third quarter.
And it looked like Oakdale is playing an even front defense this half to start with. Change some personnel here in this third and long situation also.
Walkersville in their home dark blue uniforms. Oakdale in the road black and whites. Under center is Hughes. I formation, the snap. He's going to throw. The step up. It's deflected up in the air and intercepted by Oakdale. At the 43, the defensive lineman or linebacker fell down on it, and now the far side official is coming in and calls it incomplete. It's incomplete. The far side official had a better look at it, and it's a 4th and 8 from the 41 for Walkersville.
Yeah, Dom Nichols up, blocked that thing. It looked like there were 2 or 3 Oakdale Bears trying to bring it in, fighting each other for the football, and it falls to the turf.
So Gavin Hughes and the Lions will have to punt to start the second half. It could be worse, though. Could have been a pick in their own territory. And now Hughes, of course, plays quarterback. Always have to watch out for him to keep it. We'll kick it away. He's lined up at his own 31 of the near hash mark. Low kick. Hughes fields it on the bounce, showing off his baseball skills and boots it away. It's a good kick. All the way down to the 22. It is returned. And the return man is ahead of steam at the 50, 45, 40. Cuts back middle. 35. Still on his feet. 25, 20, 15, 10. Cuts back 5. Into the end zone for a touchdown. A punt return for a score. Hunter Thompson. His second touchdown today. And just like that, Oakdale's on top 26-16.
So just when we thought we saw everything, let's add 70-yard punt return for a touchdown.
And Thompson, he's so explosive. Wherever you put him, that's what his, I think, second kick return for a touchdown this year. As the extra point is through. And the Bears up 27-16. They were down by 3. Back-to-back touchdowns going back to the first half. And they lead by 11 with 10:51 left to go in the third on Oldie. 14-15.
Looking for an expert mechanic you can trust? One that has excellent service at a fair price? Then you're looking for Catoctin Mountain Motorsports. Conveniently located at 609 East Main Street in Thurmont. Catoctin Mountain Motorsports is a family-owned full-service repair shop specializing in dirt bikes, UTVs, ATVs, and more. Or, if your thing is more on-road, check out the broad range of automotive and motorcycle makes and models Catoctin Mountain Motorsports can service. Don't ignore that check engine light. Catoctin Mountain Motorsports will read the code free and get you an appointment right away. That's Catoctin Mountain Motorsports. On-road or off-road. 2 wheels or 4. Take a ride to the mountain.
Special teams dictating this matchup tonight. A pair of fumbles in the first half on kick returns for Oakdale, but now a kick return, really a punt return for a touchdown. Here is the return from DeMarcus Ross on the far side of the field. Now he has some space, spins back to the 30, and he is brought down at about the 30-yard line, make it the 29, and that is where Walkersville begins their drive. What a punt return. He's incredible.
Just so many weapons those Oakdale Bears bring to the table. Let's credit number 39, Aiden Hawkins, on the tackle there on the kickoff.
That time well defended by the special teams of the Bears. And now the Lions come out. Some work to do. They were down by 13, though, and came back. Now down by 11, 10:42 left in the third. Plenty of time. And their offense, especially on the ground, hasn't looked good. And there's some confusion. Jordan Bennett runs out on the field at the last second. The junior lines up in front of DeMarcus Ross. Under center is Dawson. He turns and flips to Ross, who fakes, cuts back to the middle. Now back outside the hash mark. Maybe picked up 1 or 2 after maneuvering to the far sideline. Crowd is quieted a bit. Maybe an important moment for the home Lions to try to get a big play, get everybody back into it.
Yeah, that's a good catch, Ryan. Things got really quiet after Hunter ran that punt all the way back into the end zone. Walkersville needs to get momentum back on its sideline.
10:05 and counting in the third, 2nd and 8 from their own 29. It is Dawson, the senior, under center. I formation, turns, fakes the handoff, throws to the right side, high ball, and it is caught. Pulled into the chest by Menconi, and he sprints to midfield before being tackled.
Defensive back for the Bears made a break on the football, thought it was going to get his hands on it, but Menconi again with the reception for the Lions, and they moved the chains.
William Hodges made the stop. You thought for a second, as the back made a break for the football, maybe a quarter of a second behind. Menconi did a good job catching it out in front, pulled it in, and maybe picked up 5 or 6 yards after the catch. So now a 1st and 10 from their own 49. Big play there, Dawson to Menconi. Under center is Dawson. He turns, hands off. This time it's to Ross, who breaks to the outside. Flag comes out. Ross hit once, twice, finally pulled down the near sideline. Got back to the line of scrimmage as he was hit, I believe, by Sean Wright, the strong safety.
So, looks to me as though Oakdale's kind of made a little adjustment on that defensive front. Instead of a 5-man front, they're going with a 4-man front, even look, and then bringing linebackers blitzing on run blitzes to really get into the backfield and try to shut down that play before they really get moving.
The penalty was a hold, so it'll be a long 1st and 20 from the 40. That's a good point there, Coach, as we see what Oakdale's been doing. It seems like they're anticipating the run plays a little bit better after being sliced and diced by Ross and Bennett in that first half. Long 1st and 20, under 10 left to go in the 3rd, down by a couple scores as Dawson was hit hard, lobbed it to the sideline, incomplete. The back, Jeff Hathaway, tried to tiptoe the sideline and pluck it in, could not, and it brings up a long 2nd and 20.
Dom Nichols right on top of Dawson again. He had to unload it, pushed it towards the sideline. Receiver and defenders just ran out of room.
Nichols committed to play for the University of Michigan. Has a school record 19.5 career sacks after recording one in the first half. And now a 2nd and 20 from the 40 for Dawson and company on the near hash mark, working right to left in their home blue uniforms. Dawson under center, pair of receivers to the right. The turn, the fake, the handoff to Bennett. Zips one up the middle. Menconi brings it in the 45, and now it's a fumble on the turf, picked up by Oakdale. An official comes in and says it is a recovery by the Bears at the 42-yard line. It appeared for a second maybe Menconi didn't bring it in fully, but the official was right on it. Instead, Menconi had it, made a move, and fumbled at the 42, and that is where the Bears take it.
Wow, another turnover.
That was a heck of a catch by Tristano Menconi, the senior who now has 4 catches today, all of them impressive. When he turned, he was met by a trio of Bears and lost the football.
And, you know, the Bears, they look like they're coached to strip the football.
Yeah.
That defender came in after Tristano pulled the ball in and just ripped at the football.
Bears up 27-16, 8:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Really good football team at 6-0. Of course, Walkersville, great program as well. Open field run up to about the 45 of the Lions. Picked up a 15 for the talented back. Swimmer, that might be his longest run of the day for Swimmer, picking up 15.
Yeah, a lot of room. Good blocking at the point of attack. Cole easily into Walkersville territory down to the 44-yard line.
Now the Bears trying to deliver a big blow, 1st and 10 from the Lions 45. Walkersville, which has forced a couple turnovers on special teams, could use one here. As Evan Austin, the talented quarterback, takes turns, hands off to Swinimer. More open field. A flag comes out as he's pulled down after a gain of 8 on the far hash marks. Let's see, it looked like it was in the area of holding, but it's tough to tell. It's a pickup of 8 for Swinimer, his 2nd positive run in a row. This might come back, though, as we're awaiting the official ruling. Yeah, this is gonna be holding on the offensive line. So this does come back. It looks like it was holding at the 44, so it'll bring up a 1st and 19 from just beyond midfield at the 47 of Oakdale.
This is where the Bears are the most dangerous. This is where they unleash Evan Austin.
Hunter Thompson lined up on the far side of the field, a pair of receivers to his right. Thompson, ball goes to the right instead. Nobody home. It's over the top of the intended receiver and incomplete.
Yeah. Alex Rodriguez again out here on isolated on the right side. Walkersville, good coverage.
Coach, I believe in the first half, that was the play that was comparable at least to the one that scored the touchdown with Rodriguez isolated.
Yeah.
The Lions only had one back on him. This time they had two, and it was a really tough play to make for Austin. This time Austin in the gun near hash mark. Back to his right is Swinimer. Austin fakes like he's going to pass and keeps it himself. Cuts out to the far hash mark, to the far sideline, 40. And he runs out of bounds to 37, about 4 yards shy of the first down marker. And it brings up a 3rd and 4 from the Walkersville 36.
Just so quick. When Evan makes up his mind he's going to run.
It appeared to be a design play for Evan Austin. He dropped a step or two, pretending like he's going to pass, but clearly that was run from the beginning.
Yep, design quarterback draw by the Bears.
3rd and 3, 7:47 left in the third. Bears up by 11. In Walkersville territory, working left to right. The turn, the handoff to Swinimer. He barrels forward, was hit at the line, and he's going to be short. Got to the 35, needed to reach about the 33.5.
Brings up a short 4th and 1 for the Bears, and quickly to the line of scrimmage.
Big play here as the Lions try to force the turnover on downs. Austin under center. He's going to keep it himself. Presses forward. It's awfully close, but I think he got it. As they move the chains, Austin needed about 1.5 feet. He got 2. And that will be, it looks like a first down, and it is.
Yep. Move the chains. Just the quarterback sneak. That time, Evan Austin was under center as quarterback, took the snap. Just good line surge there by the Bears.
Sean Teta, he's only 5'9", weighs 240, plays center. Really pushed that forward and to his right. You have the big Quinton Stupp, 6'5", 240 at right guard. He can really make some space for his talented quarterback in Austin. All right, 1st and 10 from the 33 of the Lions. Bears moving and a player's offsides. It looks like it's an encroachment on Walkersville. So a 5-yard penalty. It's still first down. 6:44 left in the third quarter. 27-16. Walkersville put up a good fight, got down 13-0 early, 16 straight points, and then 11 straight from Oakdale. Rolling to his left, his strong side's Austin, lobs to the sideline, it's caught, and then dipping out of bounds with the fullback, Jamie McCarthren, as he moves the chains, got to the 20, needed to reach the 22.
Yeah, they ran McCathron out of the backfield to the short side of the field, right in front of the Oakdale bench. Nice pitch and catch there for a Bears first down.
Austin in the gun, far hash mark at the 18-yard line. Swinimer to his right, rolling to his right, the pitch to Swinimer, and he's got some room to the 10, spins to the 5, a flag comes out though. It's thrown at about the 15-yard line. Swinimer was tackled at the 5. This might come back, and it does.
Yeah, that was a type of counter play there, the first we've seen from the Bears tonight. All the action came to the right. Swinimer back to the left, an inside handoff from Austin. But as you said, it's going to come back due to a holding penalty.
So a pair of holding penalties on this drive for Oakdale that have cost them. This one, it's a difference between being at the 5 and, of course, Swinimer is not getting there without it. It's marched all the way back to the 25. So first down from there, first at about 16 from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, they mark it as a 1st and 15. Looks like he needs to get right to the 10.
So the 10-yard marker is where the first down is for Evan Austin, who's in the gun. Receiver in motion left to right is the big Hunter Thompson. Quick pass to Thompson, who catches the 20, breaks away to about the 18, then pulled down. A good tackle by the defensive back just to hang on. It looked like it was maybe Raquel Evans pulling him down. And now a timeout on the field.
Yeah, a lot of Lions collided to make that tackle on Thompson.
Mason Clark was also holding on for dear life as he pulled down Thompson. Got back to about the original line of scrimmage to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Everybody's up. Let's see if the referees force anyone off the field.
Positive to see everybody moving. Looks like they're okay.
So there are some. Eubank checks in for Menconi. And
a gain of 5 on the quick pass to Thompson. That's reception number 5 for Thompson today. And a 2nd and 10 from the 20 for Oakdale. In Walkersville territory, left to right, the quarterback Austin in the shotgun. A pair of backs in the backfield. One is in the motion of Swinimer. Handoff goes to Swinimer. He cuts back left. Now barrels to the right, in open space in the 10, race to the end zone, and he is through, in for a touchdown.
Nice run.
Swinimer, a 20-yard scamper on the counter. And 33-16, the Bears break it open, up by 17.
Great blocking there by the Oakdale Bears line, and then once Swinimer was through, it was foot race to the end zone.
For Swinimer, that's his 5th touchdown this season. He is quick, such a weapon when you have a running back like that, when your pass is so good, as the extra point is through from Jackson Peterson. So Oakdale, after being down 16-13, they rattle off 21 straight points, 3 straight touchdowns, and lead 34-16 with 5:24 left to go in the third on Cool Oldies 14-14.
Everyone in Vermont knows and respects Dr. John Hageman at Center of Life Chiropractic and his wife Marcia at Center of Life Pilates for their many years of helping people in need and for the wonderful ways they give back to their community through scholarship and fundraising efforts. Center of Life is located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. For information or to check out their schedule, go online to centeroflife.us today. That's Center of Life Chiropractic and Pilates. Make an adjustment to your life today.
Back to Cool Oldies 14-15, 34-16 with 5:24 left to go in the third quarter. 3 straight touchdowns for Oakdale as they're pressing to stay undefeated. As the return man takes it to 5, that is Eubank. Gets down the sideline, showing off that speed all the way to the 30 before he tumbles to the turf, maybe at the 31. A positive return for Darius Eubank.
Up the near sideline, showing good speed. Aiden Hawkins again with a tackle on the kick team for the Bears. So this is a big scenario, big situation for the Walkersville offense. They need points this possession.
It has been a season for Walkersville where they have given up 59 points in the first half, very impressive, but 76 in the second. And a lot of that depends on leads and matchups, of course. As Hughes drops back, deep ball down the middle, looking for Menconi, turning, making the catch, and pulling it in. It was actually number 1, Darius Eubank, to pull it down on a big throw from Hughes to Eubank.
Yeah, basically a one-man pattern. There was no other receivers down. It was a 3-step drop and heaving it to Eubank and letting the athlete make the play, and he did.
A big pickup for Eubank. 6 receptions this season. Most of them have been for over 20 yards. That one all the way down to the 36. And now I formation to turn the handoff to the back. Bennett breaks off the left tackle, and he's pulled down. Ball popped out at the end. It was picked up by Menconi. I thought maybe the back was on the turf already. Gain of 2, and it brings up a 2nd and 8 from the 35.
I'm not sure if they were counting that as a fumble or not, but Walkersville maintains control.
So a 2nd and 8, big possession for Walkersville. Down 34-16. Their offense, at least for that second quarter, was very dynamic. They've shown an ability to score against Oakdale today, against a really good defense, but you do need 7 here if you are the Lions. 3 straight touchdowns for Oakdale, and now Walkersville with 4:10 left in the third. It's Hughes under center, turns, looks left, throws left to the sideline. It's pulled in by the receiver at first, and he kept in bounds for the catch and a first down pickup of 13.
Now the back judge comes in and says incomplete.
So now it's right there, coach. It's waved off, and the receiver is down for Walkersville, as they are calling for the trainer. It's on the Walkersville sideline, and a handful of players are over the top. He took a big hit on the sideline. I was trying to get a number on who it was. It wasn't Tristano Manconi. He's out in the huddle, and now the receiver is up. It was number 5, Mason.
No, he's still down.
No, he's still down. Okay, you're right.
They're just moving the players away from him.
Okay. We're going to keep a close eye on the receiver, who's down on the near sideline. And he's being attended to by the coaching staff. Let's take a break with them. 34-16. 4:05 left to go in the third quarter. On
You have a list of things. None of those things say wander around a warehouse looking for somebody to help you, or walk out not knowing if you got exactly what you need. Nope, you have a list of things, and Ace has them, from the brands you trust. We also have people who ask the right questions to make sure you get everything you need. Because at Ace, we have our own list, and great service is at the top.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Head over to Cousins Ace Hardware today. Located on North Church Street in Thurmont, Cousins Ace Hardware is a proud sponsor of high school athletics on the radio. Catoctin Cougars, Fairfield Knights, Walkersville Lions. Our coverage of local high school sports is #1 in the region. Just check out our schedule on our website, WTHUradio.com. Click on the sports broadcast schedule to find out when your favorite team is playing right here on Cool Oldies 1450 THU. Our local American Legion Post 168 in Thurmont is amazing. Not only do they support local high school sports on the radio, but they have great food, great fun, and they constantly serve our community in so many ways. Check out their Facebook page, American Legion Post 168, to find out about their exciting events. And be sure to say thank you for supporting our local community. And don't you forget to say thank you every time you see them for their selfless sacrifice in military service to our country. Thanks, American Legion Post 168. We salute you.
Hawkins Landscaping, locally owned and operated, winner 8 years in a row for the best of the best in Frederick County. Hawkins Landscaping is #1 with an array of full landscape site design, lawn maintenance, hardscaping, lighting, drainage, and more. Let our professionally trained staff of certified landscapers transform your landscape from a dream to reality. From the design through construction and into maintenance, Hawkins Landscaping specializes in elegant and inviting outdoor environments. If you are looking to create, upgrade, or revitalize your landscape, call Hawkins Landscaping today at 301-898-3615. That's 301-898-3615. Hawkins Landscaping. When you deserve the best, get the best.
Hi, I'm Brian Charles, and I want to talk directly to everyone who might be considering a new, more challenging career for themselves. One that's based on your desire to do better for you and for your family, giving you the financial security we all want. Now, I'm talking about the very real possibility of becoming a marketing sales representative here at Cool Oldies 1450 WTHU. You see, I was fortunate enough to spend nearly 40 years in marketing local radio, meeting with with business owners and managers face-to-face who also wanted more out of life, more success for their business, and, of course, for their families. It's having the ability to listen and problem solve. You would be given an existing account list, medical and dental insurance, a gas trade, so you'll be able to meet with business owners numerous times throughout the day. Our training professionals, including myself, will help teach you these things that can turn into a rewarding career, one that you can be proud of. You see, it's what we refer to in our business as demographics. Our listeners are adult, they're educated, and they have spendable income. And the clients you would be talking to already know that. We can put you directly in touch with decision makers that want success and are looking for someone like you to help them along the way. Here is what I want you to do right now. I want you to send a letter of introduction to WTHU owner and general manager Mike Betteridge. That's Mike Betteridge. Now, here's the email address. Betteridge, BETTERIDGE at WTHUradio.com. And let's set up a meeting, whether it's weekdays or weekends. Cool Oldies 1450 WTHU has enjoyed an outstanding level of business success, and we'd like you to be a part of it. And of course, we are an equal opportunity employer. So let's get started. We look forward to hearing from you real soon.
Good afternoon. This is Julio Flores. The college football season continues with the arrival of Week 7. Maryland is hoping to shake off its first loss of the year. The Terps are 5-1. They'll be hosting Illinois tomorrow afternoon in College Park. Virginia Tech has dropped 4 of its last 5 games. The Hokies are 2-4, and they'll be hosting Wake Forest tomorrow afternoon in Blacksburg. Virginia is on a bye after earning its first win of the season. The Cavaliers are 1-5 and will be visiting North Carolina next Saturday. The Wizards are 2-0 to start the preseason after taking down the Charlotte Hornets 98-92 at Capital One Arena. Kyle Kuzma led all scorers with 19 points to go, along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Capitals head coach Spencer Carberry is ready to begin his first season as an NHL bench boss. Washington opens the regular season tonight when it plays host to a division rival. The Caps are taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins at Capital One Arena. And that's sports. I'm Blue Flores on the Maryland News Network.
I'm Dr. Baker, an ER physician. If you're having leg pain, swelling, or redness, but haven't talked to your doctor yet, don't wait. This could be deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot which could travel to your lungs and lead to a pulmonary embolism, which could cause chest pain or discomfort or difficulty breathing and be deadly. Your symptoms can mean something serious, so don't wait. Talk to a doctor right away, by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Want to hear something amazing? Oh, and feel free to tell your friends, too. So, Kohl's, they're having a huge sale on summer stuff. And if you live for sunny days like I do, you need to check it out. I got 40% off a new patio set, Food Network grilling essentials for 20% off, and 50% off those yard games my kids won't stop talking about. Best part? I got an extra $10 off and some Kohl's cash. It almost makes being cooped up all winter worth it. Almost. Select styles, 10 off 25, offer valid May 27th through 31st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Arizona Supreme Court should reinstate abortion law. This is Matt Staver with Freedom's Call. Liberty Counsel has filed an amicus brief to the Arizona Supreme Court in the case where Planned Parenthood is challenging the potential reinstatement of the state's near-total ban from 1864. After Roe v. Wade was overturned in June 2022, an Arizona Court of Appeals evaluated the Civil War-era ban and denied the law from retaking effect. It favored a more recent and less restrictive 15-week ban currently in place. Liberty Counsel filed an amicus brief on behalf of the Arizona Life Coalition, the Frederick Douglass Foundation, and the National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference, all which have a strong interest in exposing the racist and eugenic history of Margaret Sanger and the abortion movement. Please pray now, as it is up to the Arizona Supreme Court to do the right thing and protect virtually all unborn life in the state. Stay informed at Liberty Counsel's website, lc.org/life.
Here's the cool oldies 1450 AM forecast. For tonight, mostly clear, lows around 48 with light wind. Tomorrow, isolated thunderstorms, a high near 61, 90% chance of rain. Overnight, cloudy with showers and isolated thunderstorms, lows around 49, chance of rain remains at 90%. On Sunday, mostly cloudy with showers likely. A high on Sunday around 60% chance of rain. From the cool oldies 1450 AM Weather Center, I'm LaJuan Haynes.
In their hit song, America, Simon and Garfunkel sing, I'm empty and aching, and I don't know why. Hi, this is Lon Solomon, and man, can I relate to that? The first 21 years of my life, that's exactly how I felt. And I didn't know how to solve it either until I met Jesus Christ. And I've never had it since. Friends, if you're out there and you're feeling empty and aching, I get that. But I've got great news for you. There's a solution, and that is to invite Jesus Christ into your life and let him fill that big empty hole. Not a sermon, just a thought.
For more information, check out our website, notasermon.com.
LLC is conveniently located at 108 North Carroll Street in Thurmont, with over 40 years of experience in the plumbing industry, celebrating its 10th year serving our community, specializing in all phases of plumbing, including septic installation and repair. The favorite part of our job is meeting new people and knowing that we helped. Kelco Plumbing prides itself on a job well done, with pricing that won't flood your budget. Burst pipes, water damage, clogged drains, replacement, remodel, or upgrades. Kelco Plumbing services most major fixtures, faucets, water heaters, sump pumps, and well pumps and pressure tanks. Kelco Plumbing is certified and licensed in Maryland and Pennsylvania. Call them today at 301-788-9791. That's 301-788-9791. Emergencies or planned repairs, Kelco Plumbing will go out of their way to explain exactly what needs to be done in simple, easy to understand solutions. When a plumber's work is done, well, everyone is happy. Remember, a good flush beats a full house every time. Kelco Plumbing is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the radio.
Welcome back to Cool Oldies 1450. It's 34-16, 4:06 left to go in the third quarter. Coach, we're looking at an injured player right now, still down. Darius Eubank, number 1 for Walkersville on the near sideline, and it looks like they're bringing out the stretcher for him.
Yeah, don't want to speculate, but it looks like they're treating it as some type of head injury. So they're being very careful with Darius, making sure they're supporting everything. We thought we saw him move all of his extremities, which is a very good sign. But they are being very careful, and the stretcher is out now, and they're about ready to board Darius and transport him.
It was on a pass to the sideline at about the 20-yard line, 25-yard line. It looks like Darius caught it, and they may have dropped it as he was hit out of bounds. And they've been working on him for, about the past 10 minutes or so. And you mentioned, Coach, it looks like they were maybe moving his hands, which is a very positive sign. Mm-hmm. But they do have the stretcher out, and they're going to move Darius Eubank, wearing number 1 for Walkersville, to the stretcher. He's got his teammates around him. Of course, a bunch of blue uniforms, the training staff, coaches are out there trying to do what they can to help Darius get up and move to the stretcher.
Yeah, and if you're new to the Walkersville community and these high school football games, the rescue squad is right outside the fence, watching the game, actually active participants in the game anytime there's a Walkersville score. So they're quickly here to respond. We did have the trainers right with Darius right from the beginning, so he's being well taken care of.
We'll take another injury timeout. We'll make sure we give you an update on Darius when we come back here on Cool Oldies 1450.
Oftentimes, the wheelchairs our veterans and first responders receive from their healthcare providers are subpar at best. Some are falling apart, with a years-long waiting list for a new one. This lag causes a tremendous amount of stress for our heroes and creates a burden for their caregivers. Isolation leads to depression. We build what they need to get outdoors, hunting, fishing, or playing sports. Join the mission at wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
This
This is Gary Bauer in Washington, D.C. with your end-of-day report sponsored by American Values. Today is Columbus Day, but you may not have noticed. Columbus Day is one of an increasing number of traditional American holidays that the cultural left has declared war on. In fact, the left acts as if Columbus was an illegal immigrant who should never have come to America. Somehow, Columbus has been lumped in with other explorers and our founding fathers as the bad guys. There's now a national movement dedicated to throwing Columbus into the garbage can of history. Cities and states all over the U.S. have actually changed their celebration of Columbus Day to something they call Indigenous Peoples Day. Even Columbus, Ohio, which was named after the great explorer, has caved in to political correctness. What is happening at the hands of those who hate Columbus is pure politics, not history. Columbus and his shipmates discovered the New World. The country that eventually emerged on this land became a beacon of hope and opportunity for oppressed peoples across the globe. President Ronald Reagan called Columbus a brilliant navigator, a fearless man of action, a visionary who opened the eyes of an older world to an entirely new one. He added that Columbus personifies a view of the world not merely optimistic, but scornful of the very notion of despair. On Columbus Day, we acknowledge the great explorer's courage, enterprise, ingenuity, and his persistence against all odds. He brought together two continents that didn't know of each other's existence. The eventual result was America. Now that's something we can all and should all celebrate. This is Gary Bauer signing off from Washington, D.C. To support our work at American Values, visit GaryBauer.com.
This can be a busy time of year, running around getting ready for company, visiting friends, or spending time enjoying family. We are all too familiar with a growing list of errands that need our attention. Gary the Barber knows how busy life can get, and so he makes sure that your convenience and a great haircut are first on his list. Call Gary the Barber today. Gary the Barber has hours to accommodate any busy schedule. 301-305-7895.
Hey, everyone. Gary the Barber is open for business. Just call 301-305-7895 to make an appointment right away. That's 301-305-7895. Get a great haircut today.
High-Low Auto Sales, with locations in Frederick and Mount Airy and our new location in Cockeysville, Maryland. We specialize in high-quality vehicles at low prices. All types of credit, financing, or leasing. You drive away with peace of mind in a vehicle with a High-Low Sales 6-month, 6,000-mile warranty. Find out about the High-Low difference at one of the leading independent automobile dealers in Maryland. That's High-Low Auto Sales. We look forward to serving you at highlawautosales.com.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A covenant that split the skies over Berlin. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A promise was made. A solemn oath that liberated Seoul. A sacred trust that defended Quezon. A pact that dug in Da Nang. A contract that weathered Tet. A promise was made. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. A bond that patrolled door to door in Fallujah. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. A promise we all must keep. DAV fights for all veterans and their families so they get the health care, financial benefits, and support they earned. If you're a veteran who needs help or you'd like to help us keep the promise, visit DAV.org.
Start your holiday gift shopping early with a trip to the garden. Collect seeds from your favorite heirloom annual flowers and vegetables to share with family and friends. Hi, I'm Melinda Myers, horticulturist and gardening expert. Some flowers like cosmos, zinnias, and marigolds form seed heads. When these turn brown and are easily shattered, the seeds are mature and ready to harvest. Sweet peas, nicotiana, and cleome form seed pods. When these turn from green to brown and begin to split open, the seeds are ripe and ready for collecting. Collect seeds on a dry day. Spread on a screen in a well-ventilated location to finish the drying process. For smaller and lightweight seeds, place the pods and seed heads in a paper bag to catch the small seeds as they fall out. Place dried seeds in a small envelope and label with the name of the plant, flower color, and size, as well as the date the seeds were collected. Check out our website for this and other gardening tips.
Timeout is over here on Cool Oldies 1450, 34-16, 4:05 left. About a 15-minute probably break there as Darius Eubank went down. Thankfully, he looked like he was moving. He had his hand up, was giving a thumbs up sign to the crowd as he was off on a stretcher. They had him in a stabilized position, but he was giving a thumbs up to the crowd as he was carried away.
Right. Very positive signs. Being very careful. Clearly a type of head injury, but we don't want to speculate too much.
Sure.
But as you said, the good news was he was, I said it almost looked like he was giving a frustration thumbs up, like, get me off of here. I want to get off. But
he had his, they took his pads, his helmet off, but yes, he was moving, and it looked like he gave multiple thumbs up, so that's a positive. Both teams are warming up for a few moments as we had a lengthy, really a halftime long break, at least about 15 minutes, as the training staff, the doctors and coaches tended to Darius, and now it will be a third to reset, a third and about 7 from the 33-yard line for Walkersville, working right to left. In Oakdale territory, a chance to potentially get back into this. 4:05 left. They're down by a 34-16 score.
Yeah, and now all the young men just get your head back into the game, refocus on the situation at hand. You know, I'm thinking Coach Polis's Lions are in 4-down territory in this particular drive. Just try to pick up a few yards here on 3rd down, very manageable 4th down. And, you know, grab some of that momentum back that the Oakdale Bears took away with that 21-point run.
At one point, it was 16-13, ending the first half. Oakdale scored a touchdown. They went up 20-16 at the break, then 2 third-quarter touchdowns have them up 34-16. There is still time, but if you're Walkersville against a really good 6-0 Oakdale team, you need to score quickly. And they find themselves in a position to do that. A 3rd and 7 from the 35. They have to reach about the 28, it looks like, maybe. It looks like Walkersville done warming up. Oakdale's defense is out there, and we're pretty much set for action again. Coach, it's always tough in these kind of situations when you see your teammate go down with a fairly significant injury. We don't know the extent yet. You got to come back out and play yourself.
Yeah, it's just a mindset that you get yourself used to over time. And, you know, these guys have seen it before, injuries, and you try to play on. And like I said, the good news is, you know, they saw Darius give the thumbs up. They saw what was going on. So probably very hopeful that it's not too serious.
That was a great sign. So here we go. 3rd and about 7 from the 35-yard line. Under center is Hughes. He takes, fakes, turns, throws. Left is caught up the middle by Menconi. He's hit hard. Did he hold on to the ball? He did at the 23. Menconi a little bit slow to get up, but he seems to be fine and picks up a 1st down.
Yeah, great catch. Solid hit by the Bears defensive back. I did not catch that number. But a 1st down for Walkersville, a very important conversion there by the Lions.
Gavin Hughes put it right on the numbers. Tristano Menconi, who's having a really nice day. I believe that's catch number 5 for him. As Hughes comes under center this time with Ross and Bennett behind him. Menconi is off to the right side. The turn, the handoff to Bennett, who bounces off the right tackle, turns back left, and is pulled down after a gain of 3 or 4. Jordan Bennett, who had a lot of big runs in that first half, this time limited to about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, Walkersville showed a little different look there. They had 2 backs in the backfield. Jordan and Ross put Ross in motion, kind of pulled the defense away, and then ran Bennett behind that motion for a nice 5-yard gain.
Approaching the 3-minute mark, 34-16. Walkersville knocking on the door in red zone. Hughes turns and hands off to Ross. Ross sprints up the middle into the secondary, down to about the 10-yard line. He's got enough for a 1st down, and that will bring up a 1st and goal for the Lions.
And I think actually that was Jordan Bennett on a counter. They faked the ball to Ross. Good play action fake there. Handed it to Bennett on the counter. Nice pickup, as you said, all the way down for a first and goal at the Oakdale Bears 9.
They're on the far hash mark, working right to left as Hughes sprints back out to the huddle. He comes out under center once again. Ross and Bennett in the backfield. They're two-star running backs who have carried the load today. Both have a touchdown. Trying to add to it right now as it's first and goal from the 9. And that wing is a wing 2 coach, wing T formation. The turn, the handoff to the back who breaks off the left tackle. It's Ross. He tries to cut back middle, and he's barreled up at the 8-yard line and pulled back. Gained 1 on the play.
Walkersville brought the strength of the formation to the left side, ran a sweep left. Oakdale able to string it out. Jeff Hathaway there to turn it in, and teammates to clean up the sweep and drop Ross for no gain.
Hathaway's had a big game at free safety. And now a second and goal from about the 8 or 9 yard line. Hughes under center, turns and hands off to Bennett this time, who pushes forward at the 5, gang tackled at the 4. Bennett so tough to bring down. It took about 4 Bears to do so, and a third and goal from the 4 coming up after the 5-yard run from Bennett.
And a little extra beef into the Walkersville huddle.
With 1:20 left in the third, Walkersville is knocking on the door. They have it almost exactly even in between the hash marks of the 4-yard line. Hughes under center, both teams crowding the line of scrimmage. 3 players behind him. Hughes turns, hands off. Ross cuts back, middle. He's close. Did he get in? No signal yet from the official, and he did. A touchdown for DeMarcus Ross. His second today from 5 yards out. It snaps a 3-touchdown run for Oakdale. And the Lions are back on the board, down 34-22 with 53 seconds left in the third.
Big drive by Walkersville, able to answer that score, and looks like they're going to keep the offense in and go for 2.
9 touchdowns, 2 today for DeMarcus Ross, 9 this season. And if they can complete the 2-point conversion, that makes it a 10-point game. As Mason Clark sprints off the field. Hughes back under center. Bennett and Ross behind him. Receiver in motion right to left. Stops and goes behind Hughes. Hughes fakes a handoff. Lobs left corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Off the fingertips of the tight end, A.K. Whitby. And it goes incomplete, but a big touchdown, a big 6 points for Walkersville. They trim the lead to 12 with 53 seconds left in the third quarter on Cool Oldies, 14-50.
Keeney and Bassford Funeral Home recognizes that every day we live in freedom and security thanks to the men and women who serve in the United States Armed Forces. As Veterans Day approaches, make plans to make a difference. Invite a veteran to dinner. A simple visit, a phone call, or thank you really goes a long way. Let our veterans know how much they are appreciated and support those serving right now with a military care package. At Keeney and Bassford Funeral Home, they're proud to support our heroes.
14-50 Walkersville High School. Squib kick is picked up by the running back, now return man Cole Swinimer. He angles off to the far side of the field and pulled down at the 27-yard line, and that is where Oakdale takes over after a touchdown from Walkersville makes it a 12-point game. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Coach, the home team got the first part done. They got the big touchdown.
Yeah,
now the second
big
part
answer.
getting a stop.
Now you need a stop. Get the ball back quickly.
Bears come out in between the hash marks on the 26. The talented quarterback, Gavin Austin, in the gun. Swinimer to his right. Austin the snap. Fakes like he's going to run up the middle. Bounces to the right side. Breaks one tackle. Still on his feet. Tries to cut back to the left side and is pulled down to the backfield. It was Raquel Evans. If that's a sack, it's his second today. It's a loss of 3 and a sack for Evans.
Wow. A lot of action there. Evan Austin eluding tacklers, and Walkersville relentless pressure knocks him down for that loss on the play.
15 seconds left in the quarter. A long 2nd and 14 for Evan Austin after Raquel Evans got in the backfield. And this will probably bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter as Austin methodically walks up to the line of scrimmage and the clock ticks down to end the 3rd. 21 straight points. The streak snapped by Walkersville. They now trailed 34-22 and have the road team Bears in a tough spot as we head to the 4th quarter on Cool Oldies 1450.
For an expert mechanic you can trust, one that has excellent service at a fair price, then you're looking for Catoctin Mountain Motorsports, conveniently located at 609 East Main Street in Thurmont. Catoctin Mountain Motorsports is a family-owned full-service repair shop specializing in dirt bikes, UTVs, ATVs, and more. Or, if your thing is more on-road, check out the broad range of automotive and motorcycle makes and models Catoctin Mountain Motorsports can service. Don't ignore that check engine light. Catoctin Mountain Motorsports will read the code free and get you an appointment right away. That's Catoctin Mountain Motorsports, on road or off.
Welcome back to Cool Oldies 1450. Today's game sponsored by Catoctin Mountain Motorsports, Center of Life Chiropractic. As the first play in this 4th quarter is a pass to the far side of the field, caught by Thompson, picked up 11, really more like 14, and that moves the chains up to about the, or did it move the chains, 36-yard line. It's close to a first down, and it'll bring up a 3rd and short. 3rd and short. We'll get to our rest of our sponsors in just a second. As Austin's in the shotgun, 3rd and short, 3 receivers left side, including Thompson, one up to the top. I believe that's Rodriguez. Austin drops, quick pass to the far side. It's caught by Rodriguez. He presses forward to the 48-yard line. He's tackled by the defensive back.
That's 2 in a row to Rodriguez on short outs. Just too much cushion over there by the defensive back for Walkersville. He is in a one-on-one situation, but he needs to press up a little bit. And now there's substitution.
Deep ball down the right side. Austin looking for Rodriguez. Incomplete. As Walkersville just able to get a defensive sub in. Want to go real quick with our sponsors, Center of Life Chiropractic, Emmitsburg Tattoo, local realtor Sandy Burns of Climb Properties, Cousins Ace Hardware, Kelco Plumbing, Thurmont American Legion Post 168, Thurmont Country Kitchen, and Tool in Hand. Big thanks to all of our great sponsors. 2nd and 10 from the 47. Ball is in Oakdale territory. The Bears leading 34-22, 11:34 left. Walkersville really needs to string together some defensive stops. Under center this time is Austin. As we check that he's in the gun. Motion right to left is the target, Thompson. Austin the snap, the handoff, the back wrapped up after a gain of 2. The tackle was made by Jordan Sassu, the defensive back.
Again, just an isolation play, read option to the right. Walkersville defensive front played it well. Gain of 2 on the play, 3rd and 8 for the Bears.
Big play right here, Coach. What did you say? 3rd and 8. If you don't get it, and you're the Bears, depending on where you're at, could be a tough position to go for it on 4th. Let's see if Walkersville can come up with a big defensive play down by a couple scores. Austin in the gun, a receiver in motion right to left. He's met by Sassu on the near side. Rolling left is Austin. He's going to keep it himself into Walkersville territory. Angles just past the first down marker. It looks like he got it at the 41 before being carried out of bounds.
Yep, just a design quarterback sweep to the left side. Great blocking by the Oakdale Bears in front of him. Sprinting towards the sidelines and out of bounds for the Bears' first down.
A big pickup for the athletic quarterback, Evan Austin. Another positive run for him. He had that huge, about 45-yard run in the first half to set up a touchdown. That really changed the momentum of this game. Now Austin keeps it himself this time, rolls right, the lefty pump fake, zips it to the right side, and it's caught by the receiver Rodriguez. He's at the 35, about 4 yards short of the first down marker.
Great blocking by the offensive line by the Bears. Austin, plenty of time to look around and find Rodriguez on the little turn-in pattern.
Austin starting to find his touch. That is, I believe, 3 straight completions. Ball at the 34. As the Bears need to reach the 31. Again, it's Austin in the shotgun, a pair of backs behind him, including the big fullback, Jamie McCatherine. Couple receivers, one either side. Austin the snap, turns and hands off to Sumner, who breaks it off the left tackle, tries to cut back, and is tackled by, it looks like, number 15 for Walkersville.
Jackson Mazeko up from his defensive back position to knock Cole's feet out.
3rd and short. 9:40 left. Walkersville down by 12, trying to pick up the stop. Austin keeps it himself, jumps forward over the center, close to the first down marker. I think he picked it up. If he did, that's back-to-back first downs from the quarterback scrambling, and he does move the chains.
Yeah, boy. He just took the direct snap, and as soon as he got it right up the middle, almost like a quarterback sneak option.
Austin looking to the sideline. The play call. It is 1st and 10 near hash mark at the 30. Bears up by 12, 9-15 in this battle of a 6-0 Oakdale team and a really good 3-3 Walkersville team.
I think Oakdale's actually starting to work the clock, even though it's 9 minutes left. He's letting the play clock work down until he sets the team.
Austin hands off to Swimmer, off the sweep on the right side, being chased by the defensive back. Swimmer cuts it down the sideline, past the first down marker, hit by one player, presses forward to the 10, now the 9, and he is pulled down to the far side of the field near the sideline at the 8-yard line. Maybe the biggest, if not the second biggest run by Cole Swinnemer today.
Yeah, Oakdale's finding a lot of room around the edges this half where they didn't find that running room in the first half. So they've made some adjustments. And tight ends doing some great blocking for Oakdale.
Clock is stopped at 8:41 as the back Swinnemer went out of bounds. It's 1st and goal from the 8.
Actually,
they picked it back up again.
Started the clock.
Feels right now that if Oakdale can score, it might be the final blow, the knockout punch potentially against a good running Walkersville team. And again, Oakdale really taking their time as Cole Swinnemer looking towards the sideline and gets the play call. Now goes back to the line of scrimmage. In the gun. Should have said Austin, not Swinnemer. Yes. As Austin tries to keep it himself, jumps over a would-be tackler, and is hit in the backfield, lost a couple yards. Another sack. This one might be Raquel Evans again. I think a couple Walkersville players were in on it, but Evans led the charge.
Yeah, Evans, initial contact. Brennan Shaw there to assist, bringing Austin down.
Again, Austin looks to the sideline, and Coach Kurt Stein in his 13th season, 47 in 19 over the past few years, 86 and 48 overall. What a run for Coach Stein over there at Oakdale. Really put together a great program.
Yep, the only coach in program history over at Oakdale.
Austin in the gun, Thompson in motion left to right, clock at 7:20. Austin the snap, turns and flips to Swimmer off the left side, who tries to turn back middle, dragged down by number 2 Wyatt Gearhart at about the 5, maybe the 6-yard line, picked up 4, and now a 3rd and goal from the 6.
Yep, there's so many weapons you got to keep your eye on if you're the Lions. Try to contain the run.
Gearhart led the team coming in with 46 tackles. He's been isolated for the most part tonight. Oakdale's done a solid job running away from the talented linebacker. And now it is Evans in the gun. McCarthy to his right, the big fullback. Swinimer is lined up left side. Now Swinimer in motion behind him. It's a play action as Evans lobs it to the back corner of the end zone. Jump ball incomplete.
Intended for tight end Dom Nichols. Ball was just a little too high for the 6'5" Nichols.
Now a 4th and goal, I believe. Yeah, 4th and goal from the 8. A timeout taken by Oakdale as Coach Stein and company decide what to do here. 6:27 left to go here in the 4th on Cool Oldies 14.
American Legion Post 168 in Thurmont is amazing. Not only do they support local high school sports on the radio, but they have great food, great fun, and they constantly serve our community in so many ways. Check out their Facebook page, American Legion Post 168, to find out about their exciting events. And be sure to say thank you for supporting our local community. And don't you forget to say thank you every time you see them for their selfless sacrifice in military service to our country. Thanks, American Legion Post 168. We salute you.
From the 8, it's going to be a field goal attempt, it looks like. No, they're going for it. 4th and goal, they're going for it. The quarterback, Gavin Austin, in the gun to his left is McCarthy. The receiver in motion right to left. Austin rolls right, passes to the right side, is caught by Thompson, the 5. Thompson dives to the pylon. Did he get in? He did for a touchdown. Oakdale goes for it on 4th and goal, and Austin, or rather Hunter Thompson, with the touchdown off the quick pass in the flat from quarterback Gavin Austin.
Yeah. Put Thompson in motion and change direction, back out, and just beat the defender to the corner and the flag for the Oakdale touchdown.
So tough to stop the big 6'3" receiver. He'll play for the Ohio University next year. He can go deep and make jump ball plays as the kick is good. On the extra point, he can do stuff like that, catch it out of the flat, and make something happen. 41-22, 6:21 left to go in the 4th quarter. Here on Cool Oldies, 14-15.
You have a list of things. None of those things say wander around a warehouse looking for somebody to help you, or walk out not knowing if you got exactly what you need. Nope, you have a list of things, and Ace has them, from the brands you trust. We also have people who ask the right questions to make sure you get everything you need. Because at Ace, we have our own list, and great service is at the top.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Head over to Cousins Ace Hardware today. Located on North Church Street in Thurmont, Cousins Ace Hardware is a proud sponsor of high school athletics on the radio.
6:21 left to go in the 4th quarter here on Cool Oldies 14-50. Oakdale a comfortable lead now up 41-22. Let's see what Walkersville can do. Maybe get a quick touchdown and have a little bit of life going to the final part of this quarter. They have forced a couple turnovers on special teams. So anything has been a wild game so far. As the return is from Ross. He picks it up off the bounce of the 20, 25-30. He's got a seam 35. Cuts back to the far side, still on his feet, spinning to about the 38-39, and finally pulled down. The return men for Walkersville are really good, and a late flag comes out. We'll see if this may potentially add yards. We'll see what the call is here.
Yeah, the kickoff hit the turf, big bounce. Ross scooped it up. Boy, he can pick up a full head of steam quickly out to the 40-yard line before D. Aventis hung on to pull him down for the Bears, and a flag came in real late after the tackle.
I do not envy anybody who has to play, as it is an illegal block. Yeah, block below the knees on Walkersville.
I think it's just a personal foul, right?
Oh, it is? Okay. Personal foul.
15-yarder.
I don't envy anybody who has to play this Walkersville team next year. Ross and Bennett are both juniors. They are going to be really, tough to stop
Yep.
next season.
And every year, Coach Polis and his coaching staff develops a strong offensive line, so you're exactly right. They'll have to replace the quarterback.
Sure. They're tough to stop this season.
Yeah.
6:11 left, down by 19. Walkersville takes over against the undefeated Oakdale Bears. On the far side of the field, the ball goes to Bennett off the right tackle, presses forward, picks up 12 in the defensive secondary.
Off the right edge, good running there by Bennett, good blocking at the point of attack, and move the chain, so Walkersville first down.
Walkersville's done well on the run. You mentioned it, I believe, in the third quarter, Coach, about how Coach Stein and company made positive adjustments for Oakdale. They prevented that outside run much better in the second half.
Yep.
Quarterback's under center. It is Brad Dawson. He turns and hands off the back, cuts back. It's Ross into the open field at midfield. Past the 50 to the 47, tackled from behind after a gain of 18.
A little off-tackle play designed to go to the right. Once Ross was through the line of scrimmage, broke back to his left quickly into Oakdale territory for another Walkersville first down.
Number 4, Jeff Hathaway, was in on the tackle. Took a couple Bears players to bring down Ross. So a quick response, a couple positive run plays. This one goes to Bennett, bounces off the would-be tackler, presses forward, picks up 4 down to the 43 of Oakdale. He's tackled by number 6, Nick Miller. Gain of 4, maybe 5. Walkersville, some positive runs. The problem is the clock is their enemy under 5 minutes left.
Exactly right. You know, they need a couple chunk plays if they're going to keep running like this. You know, 4 yards is nice.
Yeah.
When you're not down 3 scores in the fourth quarter.
Dawson under center, pair of backs behind him, receiver off to the left side. Dawson the snap, the turn, and the handoff to Bennett. Bennett tackled at the ankles, fell forward. It was number 6, Miller again. Picked up maybe a yard or two, and now a 3rd and 5.
And a late flag, and I believe that's got to go against the Bears.
The officials discussed at about the 45-yard line. Ball is marked at the 43. Bears defense lined up at the 40. As we're getting the sign right now, it is a penalty on Oakdale.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
This will move the ball and make it a first down. So the penalty benefits Walkersville, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Bears. And it gives Walkersville a first down. 4:28 left. If you're thinking about maybe making this interesting, you need to score in the next 30 seconds or so. And then that squib kick has been an issue for Oakdale today.
That's right.
Dawson with 2 backs behind him. Receiver off to the right is Menconi. Dawson turns, trick play, hands off, coming across the sweep. I believe it was Ross. No, Ross is on the left side. It was Gearhart getting the carry. A rare carry for Gearhart. Picked up 1, and a second down coming up.
Try to inside reverse. Dom Nichols stayed home. Held him to a 1-yard gain.
Tough to fool Nichols, a 2nd and 9. 3:50 left in the game. As Dawson comes out, pair of backs behind him. 8 in the box for the Bears. Hand off to Bennett, presses up the middle, drags William Hodges to about the 15-yard line. And never was actually tackled. The official blew the play dead. And it appears they indicate it is enough for a first down.
Yep. A good trap up the middle. Pushes the ball all the way down to the Bears' 16-yard line.
3:30 in counting. Walkersville down by 19. They have it at the 16.
I'm just in a little more urgency.
I got you there, Coach. Urgency, yes.
Yep.
Yeah. As they walk up to the line of scrimmage, we're approaching the 3-minute mark. Dawson under center. As reality might be settling in here, Dawson's going to throw, rolling to his left, still looking, under pressure, gets it away, lobs into the back corner, and it is incomplete. It was close.
Yep.
A really nice high-arching pass from Dawson, got it away just before Talon Calliskin was barreling down.
I was holding my breath because I thought he was going to give Brad a shot. The ball did drop into, again, Manconi's hands, but he just ran out of real estate, couldn't get his foot inbounds in the end zone.
The clock is stopped finally, 2:53. It is a 2nd and 10 from the 16. As now Walkersville can finally catch their breath with the clock paused for the moment because of the incompletion. Dawson under center, turns hands off to Bennett. Bennett hit in the back and a dual tackle. Hodges got to him first, then it was cleaned up by the reliable Dom Nichols.
Yeah, it looked like that was going to break free there for a second, but Oakdale there, good strong tackles, no gain on the play.
Now 3rd and 10 from the 16. See if the Lions can put together maybe one more score here. As Dawson gets the play call, sprints back to the huddle, ball almost exactly between the 2 hash marks, left to right. Dawson under center, pair of backs behind him, 2 receivers off to the left side. 8 in the box for the Lions. Dawson under pressure, rolls left, flag comes down, he throws, it's intercepted by Sean Wright. Let's see what the flag is. As Dawson was tackled going to the turf, tossed it away, and it was picked off by Wright.
Yeah, that play didn't look right from the beginning. A lot of pressure from Oakdale. Dawson tried to get rid of the football. Intercepted by the Bears.
We thought it might be holding on the Lions. It is declined by the Bears. Interception holds. Sean White picks it off. He's had a nice game. He has 1 tackle for a loss, a forced fumble, and now an interception for the senior defensive back Wright. And now Oakdale can run out the clock with 2:03 left and up by 19.
Good luck, guys.
What a year for the Bears. They're going to move to 7-0. Came in, good fight from Walkersville. They were leading 16-13, still in it at halftime. And Oakdale upped the temperature in the second half. But for a good 3 quarters, this was a tight, well-played football game for both teams. A lot of fun to watch both these squads.
Yeah, both teams, if the seedings fall right for the region playoffs, expect to see both of these teams make a deep run and at least make it to the state quarterfinals.
And credit Oakdale, that Walkersville run game was unstoppable in the first half. The Bears made a few adjustments, at least made things tougher on Ross and Bennett. They did better on the special teams, 2 early special teams turnovers. They cleaned up that in the second half. And it looks like they'll come away with a 41-22 victory with 80 seconds left.
The experienced quarterback taking his time.
Run to Swinimer off the left side, and he's twirled and tossed to the turf. About 3 or 4 players in the tackle. Jordan Sasu showing good sportsmanship, helping Swinimer up off the ground. In on the tackle was Achilles Whitby as well.
Looks like AK needs a breather.
As he will walk off the field with a bit of a gimp. Met by the training staff. Under a minute left, clock stopped at 52 seconds. Coach, thinking back to this game, would you say the turning point was maybe right before halftime when the Bears were able to score that touchdown?
With under a minute.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Ryan. That was big. That took a lot of the momentum that Walkersville grabbed and took back away. And then, as good a team as Oakdale is, they just settled in and basically took control of this game here in the second half.
And victory formation for Oakdale down at about the 10-yard line as they will kneel, and that will wrap it up. So the final score with the clock at 20 seconds and ticking off, 41-22, a hard-fought first half. And then Oakdale pulled away in the second to win by 19. And we saw why Hunter Thompson is such a dynamic player. Scored a couple times, one on a big deep ball, and then just the ball in the flat to close out the game. Was able to keep it himself for 5 yards and a score.
Yeah, and as soon as you pay too much attention to Hunter, there's Alex Rodriguez on the other side, who happens to be the backup quarterback. playmaker. And then Evan Austin, every time you thought you had Oakdale stopped, Evan makes a play with his feet or with his arm. So tough team, really tough team. Now we see why there's a highly ranked in the state.
Yeah, absolutely. Final score 41-22, Oakdale over Walkersville. We'll take one more break and come back and wrap it up on Cool Oldies 1450.
At Thermont Country Kitchen, one recent diner summed it up perfectly.
This place is so good, the words are hard to find. It's a wonderful small-town diner with awesome food and great service.
Thermont Country Kitchen is located on Water Street in downtown Thermont. Open weekdays 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Remember when Grandma used to say, if you're looking for a great restaurant, follow the locals. And that's exactly what you'll find at Thermont Country Kitchen. A wonderful mixture of out-of-town guests, travelers up and down Route 15, and the locals who love Country Kitchen's award-winning roasted chicken. Homemade cooking at its finest, with lots of sweets and goodies at the counter to go. Country Kitchen is a great place for birthday parties, meetings, or just to take the family when you're out and about. Their huge menu has something for everybody, and their warm country home atmosphere and small-town charm will take you back to simpler times. Thermont Country Kitchen, satisfying and delicious. You'll feel right at home at Thermont Country Kitchen. Thermont Country Kitchen is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics on the radio.
Back to Cool Oldies 1450, the final score, Oakdale 41, Walkersville 22. The Bears took over in the second half, 21 unanswered points after Walkersville got up by a 16-13 score. Coach, just dynamic offense from Oakdale is tough to maintain and keep down for too long.
Yeah, when they were handling the football, they're real dangerous. A couple of turnovers, mostly on the special teams with the kickoffs. But yeah, that offense, wow, just too many weapons.
Sure. Coach, final thoughts on this one before we wrap up, and any other scores that have popped up across your radar as well. Again, 41-22, Oakdale tops Walkersville today. Hunter Thompson, fantastic, a couple touchdowns from his receiver spot, a couple throwing touchdowns for Evan Austin, 2 touchdowns for DeMarcus Ross, the running back for Walkersville, then a touchdown as well for Jordan Bennett.
Yep. Again, I think both of these teams well positioned. Yeah, Walkersville does fall to 3-4.
Sure.
Next 2 weeks, very manageable games for them. Will place themselves in a good seed in the region playoffs in the opposite bracket of Damascus. So they'll make the deep run, hopefully. Out-of-town scoreboard real quick. Smithsburg still leads Catoctin 18-17. Linganore over Middletown, that's a final 28-0. Brunswick, a final over North Hagerstown 48-14. Final Frederick 25, Urbana 9. Final Tuscarora 22, Governor Thomas Johnson 7. So Tuscarora, Coach Hines gets his first win over there. Congratulations, Coach. And that's all I have.
Well, that's good news to hear Coach pick up the first win.
Yep.
That's exciting news tonight. The final score, 41-22, Oakdale tops Walkersville. We will be at Catoctin next week as Catoctin takes on Walkersville as the Lions try to rebound off a really tough game tonight. They played it well. They fall to 3-4. Oakdale moves to 7-0. For Coach Rick Lee, I'm Brian Pierce. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. Again, 41-22, Oakdale over Walkersville on Cool Oldies 1450.
Don't worry. You can't make it to the game or miss the broadcast. All of our high school sports games are archived and available online at WTHUradio.com in our audio vault.